In the early hours of night I opened up the app. There saw 1,000 fools online, all spewing out their claptrap. Grabbed myself a coffee, said a prayer before the battle cracked. My knuckles cleared my throat, prepared to scatter callow. For them degenerates were boasting of their filth, they all were boasting. Every sacred thing worth holding they were mocking and were roasting. With my Bible and my wit, I refused to let them sit. Trying to humble every twit on the rocky road to TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where he hides all the way through TikTok. Watch them fall tonight. First I found a skeptic who was proud of his rejection. Thought he'd studied all the text but couldn't pass inspection. Threw his little arguments like pebbles at a tower. Watched them bounce right off the walls and crumble in an hour. Oh, he stammered and he stuttered. Every comeback that he muttered fell apart like stale bread that was moldy, torn and buttered. All his followers went quiet when they saw him lose the riot on the rocky road to TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where he hides all the way through TikTok. Watch them fall tonight. Then there came a louder voice who loved his sin and pleasure, called the wicked things he did his freedom and his treasure. Said that God was just a myth, morality a prison, but he couldn't hold his ground once the actual bait had risen. Oh, his confidence was cracking, any substance he was lacking. Sent him home with all his pride in pieces and in packing. Serpent thought he had the juice, but I cooked him like a goose on the rocky road to TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where he hides all the way through TikTok. Watch them fall tonight. Started flying, all the heathens were uniting. Thought their numbers gave them power, thought they'd send me into hiding. But I've read the end already, know exactly how this goes. Every enemy of heaven always reaps just what he sows. So they came in waves like vermin, but I stood there never squirming. Gave them each a turn to speak, then sent them homeward burning. One by one they bit the dust, their arguments were rust on the rocky road to TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where he hides all the way through TikTok. Watch them fall tonight. Now the battle isn't over, there'll be more of them tomorrow.
Make sure you're smashing the like button, sharing live, doing the things that you need to do, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll be there with the truth, unmovable and steady. Every serpent, every fool, I promise I'll be ready. So if you're feeling bold tonight and want to test your might, step into the ring with me, let's see if you can fight. But know that when you lose your ground and tumble all around, you got cooked without a sound on the rocky road to TikTok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where
I sound muffled? No! No, please tell me no.
Tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hunt the serpent, cut him down, expose him where he hides all the way through TikTok. Watch them fall tonight. Whack full only
I sound muffled? Do I sound muffled? Please tell me I don't sound muffled. I do sound muffled. It's not as crisp as you, yeah, well, okay. For flying mother. Stupid mother. Son of a mother. I hate this stupid thing. All right, this mother freaking thing is pissing me off. All right. I switched my audio chain last night. So I was going into voice meter and then I switched it over to wavelength. And I thought I had it locked. I did a bunch of recordings testing it, thought it was done. Thought we were finished. Thought we were finished with it. I mean, I don't think it'd be too hard to switch it all back. The hard part is switching all the songs back. That'd be the issue. Might take me like 20 minutes. It's like you're in the other room and we're sticking the ear to the door.
That's not good.
No. That's actually worth shutting down the live, waiting 20 minutes, fixing it all, and coming back. Thank you for your service, Big John. Make your workday tolerable. Thank you. Thank you. No, that's really not good. If we sound like we're in the other room and it's that muffled, you could just turn the volume up, but you play a song, it's going to blow me away. Well, my volume's up. My volume's up. I could see where the levels are hitting. It's not the volume, because it's just as loud as the music was. Mother trucker, mother truck, mother trucker, mother truck, mother trucker, mother truck. How's it now? How's it sound now? How are we doing, folks? How's that? I just turned off the compressor. It's not even slightly muffled. You good, man? No, don't tell me I'm good if I'm not good, though. It's quieter now. How about now? Is it still muffled? Still muffled now? Worse. Oh, yeah. I also got to remember you guys might be delayed. Might be delayed. There we go. Perfect. We got it? Better, but with the background. Nah, better, but still muffled. What do you mean perfect? What do you guys lying to me over here? It's good now. It's perfect. This is perfect. That's better. Better. You got to turn the volume up.
Everyone's got different ears.
Better. Okay, perfect. Great improvement. Okay, so what it was the noise gate. The noise gate was too much. And so it was muffling us. But now you're going to be able to hear everything in the background is the issue. So that was a problem. That's good. Now I don't have to switch all the audio back. I just have to buy a $70 noise gate. It's too quiet. It's not, can't be too quiet because we're hitting the levels on the VUs. Like it's just as loud as the songs were. I could see where it's hitting.
Someone said I can hear Bert breathe.
You can hear Bert breathe. It sounds good now, though. Is the issue gone? Is it gone? Hold on, I could listen to it for 2 seconds. Test. Hello. Okay. Well, it's weird when I hear my own voice. Don't use an audio gate. Really don't. Abby's yawn was crystal. Audio's so clean. I can hear what you're thinking. I can hear the brown eyes. Is it too much now?
That might be too much if they.
Well, okay. So
yawn.
there's an app. There's a program. I might just do it right now and just consider it an expense. There's a program that it's like a really fancy audio gate program. So what happened here? Here's what's going on, guys. Because I got this Stream Deck, I wanted to be able to control all the audio through it. And so I switched over to Wavelength and I was using Voice Meter. Plus Voice Meter kept crashing on me and having issues. I'm like, okay, I can't deal with these constant crashes and trying to fix it. So I figured I'd try it. The problem is I had everything tuned in the audio chain on Voice Meter perfectly. I had it absolutely tuned. So when I went into Wavelength, I had to retune everything. I had to redo the EQ, I had to redo the compression, I had to redo all that. I guess the gate was the issue. Now, they don't have much for like programs that come with it. You can get some VSTs and whatnot. There is a program that comes with like their hardware. If you have their hardware, apparently not the Stream Deck, the freaking, even though that's stupid expensive, but it comes with the other audio device they have. That's like one of the best voice isolators in the world. And it's $70 freaking dollars if you don't have the software with it. But apparently it's amazing. So here's the question. Can you guys hear my eyeballs so much so that I ought to buy the program to remove the sounds of me like touching my desk and all that? Because if you guys think it's worth it, I will do it right now. We have an expense account. It's just $70 freaking dollars. That's the thing for one piece of software that I'm not even positive I'm going to use if I keep using this program. So is it worth it? I can hear you blinking for real. But we're loud and crisp though, right? Like that issue is gone. It's no longer muffled. Let me work on it. Nah, I'm good. Nah, you guys are saying no, it's not worth it. No, don't cater to these picky guys. No, I do want to cater to you guys. I want to give you guys the best experience possible. That's the thing.
I don't mind the sound of your eyeballs.
It's okay. So super crispy, good audio now. So the audio is not the issue now. It was just the noise. I could just turn down the gate. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's do a little experimentarino. Well, it's just you and I. I knew this was going to be a technical live because I switched everything over anyways. I switched everything over. I tested it. We're going to go live tomorrow. It's not going to change. So I'm just going to turn down the gate and see if that fixes. So right now we should be muffled.
You got a super chat.
For the software, well, I guess that answers the question. Okay. That's my ID, not my credit card. We're going to get it right now. You're going to punch it in. I'm going to punch it in for the freaking software. Riddle me this steel. If God real, why my hair going away? It's generational curses. Generational curses. Okay. So let's get rid of the basic noise gate now. Seeing as how we're buying the program, thanks to... You didn't include the HST, though. I'm just going to say that.
Jesus.
You didn't include that. All right, I just got to move money from the expense account, and then we'll get this done. We'll get this done.
Someone said there's a fly in the other room. There actually is, too.
Okay.
Like one singular fly in our whole house.
I better use this freaking software if I'm going to buy this. I better use it. All right. It's called Elgato Voice Focus. It's $70.74, which is crazy. But apparently it's one of the best. Discount. Anybody got a discount code? It's asking for a discount code. Anyone got one? No. All right. Oof, that hurt. That hurt. It already had my credit card information, which was good. Oh my God. License key. Oh, yep. Download. Activate the product with the key afterwards. Okay. Copy that key. I'm going to hold on now. You gave me a key. I got to put it in a document. Make sure that I don't lose it. Licenses. Voice focus software. Boom. Oh my God. Look at that key, Abby.
Whoa. My gosh.
Oh, that's crazy. All right. All right. Let's go back into the... I know you guys can hear Abby blink. Me blink. So let's get rid of that. Elgato voice focus. Put in the key. Enter. How are we now? I can't hear what you guys are hearing, by the way. So how are we now? It's on. I turned it on. All it is apparently is one little switch.
Can you hear Bert walking?
Two people said way better. One person said sounds the same. Tap the desk. Gabe says beautiful. Arg my ears. Shut up. It took away the background noise. Sounds clear and crisp. It's so good. Is there artifacting in my voice? I could turn it down because right now it's turned to pretty strong. Sounds better. Sounds like a $70 improvement.
Well, good.
I'm putting in AirPods and there's a huge difference. Wow. Is it $70 worth?
Oh,
Okay.
they didn't hear it.
Hmm?
They didn't hear that.
They didn't hear me tapping the desk?
No.
No, like I said, it's an amazing piece of software. It really
Wow,
isolates
that's
everything.
great.
God, do I really need it? I could just use a noise gate. The sound is incredible. Did you just buy the $70 noise gate? Worth $70? It sounds good for real. Huge difference. Okay. Now here's the question. Do we sound better than our old lives? Or did I just waste a whole bunch of money? There's no artifacting, so I shouldn't even change. Don't change anything, is what you're telling me. Scream real quick. Ah!
Oh, they would hear that, wouldn't
Yep.
they? You scared Bert.
Apparently, it's so good you could play like I could play. It sounds better than my old lives. Like Wednesday's live, it sounds better. Do not change anything. Okay, everybody's really happy. You definitely sound better than tomorrow. Apparently the noise gate is so good. Very clean. It sounds better. Wow. Okay. Awesome. I'll watch it back later and I'll see if you guys are being honest. Now, the best thing about this is I can actually put this on all the other people when they call in. Play a song. Well, apparently it's so good that you could play music. We're going to see if we get. Can you guys hear the music in my phone right now? Can you hear my phone? No, you guys can't hear it?
No way.
You can't hear my phone.
What?
No way. No freaking way. That's so cool.
It's loud.
Can you hear it now? No way. Wow. That's
because we would get
crazy.
demonetized.
I can listen to music now. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, maybe that was worth $70. Maybe that was worth 70 freaking dollars. 70 freaking dollars. All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things that you need to do. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, good. Okay, that's one thing. Now, let me show you another thing that we added on to the live stream. Check it out. Check it out. Are you guys ready? You ready for this? Ain't that so cool? Ain't that so cool? 20,000 likes for the first guest. That's right. Yep. That's right. Yeah, we got a notepad. So glad that it's worth the price.
We can play Pictionary now.
We could play Pictionary. We could. Now draw Muhammad. Drawing tablet. It's for writing notes. I always had a notepad here anyways, but now when I write my notes, I could just bring it up for anyone else. Has it frozen for anyone else? Please tell me I'm not frozen. Okay. All right, guys. Let's do a quick prayer and let's go to it. Did he break it? What happened? What happened? Am I frozen? It froze for like 2 seconds. Okay. We're back to normal though. I'm so nervous right now because, again, I have no idea if we're going to be able to take in callers. That's the thing, too. Like, I have no idea what's going to happen with the caller thing. Okay. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you for the new piece of software. You are good. Guide us in conversations. Give us the spirits to strike down the bad ones. And language and words are hard. In Jesus' name, amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I'm also really tired today because I not too much information, but I was sick throughout the night. Let's just say that. And I didn't get much sleep. I'm going to take up a guest right away just because I want to test the audio and make sure that it works. Mr. Shelby, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah. Chat, can you hear him?
Sweet.
I don't know if they can hear you yet. Hold on.
Yeah, no problem.
You mind chatting it up a storm? Okay, they say they can hear you. Oh, at least TikTok can. OBS
Yeah,
can you
real
hear him?
quick. I just want to say
They
I've,
can hear.
I've been involved in the Discord as JJ Moneybags, and there's great people there. I love having conversation with those folks.
Dope, dope, man. All right, let me try something real quick. Okay, I should be able to hear you now, but no one else should be able to. So if you say, "Hey, John, you're the sexiest streamer ever," I'll be able to hear it. They won't. What number did he say, chat? Excellent. It worked. No way it worked the first time. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yes, Happy?
You can't leave your mic though and talk. They said.
So you can't hear me? That's going to be great for my spaz outs.
Yeah, actually.
That's going to be great for my spaz outs. All right, last thing I forgot to do. What's this?
Also, real quick, so the TikTok live is like the Ask Me Anything, but then the YouTube is listed as Convince Me
Oh,
to
yeah.
Not Worship.
Good
So-
catch.
Good catch. Thank you for that.
So I don't know
if
what
you-
it is. Is it a Ask Me Anything or is it a Convince Me? Because I kind of wanted to do the Convince Me route.
It's convinced me today.
There we go. All right. All right, man. Convince me to stop worshiping Jesus. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Problem of unnecessary suffering. Here we go. Premise 1.
Oh, we're doing premises.
We can.
I
if
get to
you
use
want.
my pen and paper.
I kind of suck on it. I've been trying to practice propositional logic recently, so still suck at
P1.
it. But you know what? Here we go. Alrighty. If an all good God exists, unnecessary suffering cannot exist.
Oh, well, I just disagree with P1 right away.
Premise 2. Unnecessary suffering exists. Conclusion. All good God does not exist.
Yeah. Well, again, we just disagree with P1, and there we go.
All right, we can go a little bit deeper detail if you want. What about P1 you do not agree with?
Just quick interruption. Sorry. You
Mhm.
didn't turn the shorts on. It's not connected.
Oh,
I was just gonna do it, but it's not. Not
fair
now.
enough. There you go. Should work now.
Thanks.
Oh yeah. Also, don't clip me or make me into a short, please.
Yes. Oh.
Another proposition.
This is good too, because now I can just look at the screen. Don't clip, John. Now I'll see it.
Yeah,
There you
there you go. Okay. So what about premise 1 do you not agree with?
Yeah. If an all good God exists, then suffering cannot exist. I don't think that's false. I think an all good God can exist, and suffering can also exist with it. Obviously, I'm a Christian, and there's suffering. So
I agree. That's why I said unnecessary suffering.
yeah, I also think there's unnecessary suffering.
Okay. So you do agree that unnecessary and all good God can exist with unnecessary suffering as well?
Correct.
Okay. What is how do you think so?
Because I think God exists, and I think there's unnecessary suffering.
But would you not agree it would make it unlikely that an all good God would incorporate unnecessary suffering into
Well, no, but here's my position. Like, it's an evidential position. I have reason to believe that all good God exists, right, through my justification through the death and resurrection.
Mhm.
And I also have reason to believe unnecessary suffering exists because I can see it. like a deer caught in the woods with a broken leg.
Yep. I think that I do think it is logic, a little a little contradiction going on there though, with all good existing at the same time as something as unnecessary, right? Because unnecessary means that there is no outcome to it. It is in excess of an outcome, right? So if it's unnecessary, it is not needed. So then it kind of leaves a void there that needs to be filled or satisfied.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, here. Let me think real quick so I can best try to explain myself. All loving is not compatible with unnecessary suffering.
Yeah, that's your first premise.
Mm-hmm.
You got to substantiate that.
Okay. Let's do the old tree and deer in woods. Prayer for John's handwriting. Sorry, my handwriting's shite as well. So the tree falls on the deer, breaks its spine. He's trapped for multiple days.
Uh-huh.
It suffers unnecessarily before its death.
Mm-hmm.
The unnecessary part could be made of the days sitting there wasting away, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is not compatible with an all good God or all loving God.
Well, you're just saying unnecessary suffering is not compatible with all good God. The only difference is you're using emotivism now as you're adding in the visual mental aspect of, hey, we could see it, now we feel worse.
Yeah, I would not say that would subscribe to like an ethical emotivist morality framework. I think all morality frameworks to some extent have a baseline of what unnecessary would mean and would have a baseline of suffering. And I think all morality frameworks, even if they believe in objective truths or do not believe in objective truths, can still rationalize a unnecessary suffering point.
Yeah, I agree there's unnecessary suffering.
So then you would have to okay. So then you would agree that would contradict an all-loving God. Because
No.
how so? I'm
Because
sorry.
I have reason to believe there's an all-loving God through the death and
Uh-huh.
resurrection of Jesus Christ. I have
Uh-huh.
reason to believe that there's unnecessary suffering because I could see a deer suffering in the woods. Therefore, I
Mhm.
have an evidential claim to point at that there is a compatibility with an all-loving God and unnecessary suffering.
And what I'm trying to say is one has to give.
But you're
You
not
can't
giving
have
me a reason
both.
why.
Because the act of something being unnecessary, having unnecessary suffering, nullifies the existence of all good. Because then it's not all good. God can still be good, but all good cannot exist.
There's just that's just an assumption. You haven't substantiated that.
What do you mean by substantiate? Like explain?
You haven't given me a reason to believe that.
I think my premises. I think my premises can help make you believe that.
Well, you have to give me a premise for EP1. You need to give me an argument for the first argument because I figured out the word. This is not an atomic proposition.
Mm-hmm.
You have to substantiate that first.
I guess if you could help me, because I think I'm suffering from poverty of the mind here. Could you help me, in your sense, explain what would be all? Because you said you do believe in an all-loving God, which is great. What would be all loving in your opinion?
All loving is doing it only for someone else and not for yourself. Selflessness.
Your super chat did
Selflessness.
not work.
Oh, it's because I don't have it set up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I could put it in. Yeah, so it's just being ultimately a selfless being. Did you hear
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. So he's talking about when I was in Discord. I did concede to God. I can't remember who brought it up. I can't remember what it was, but I did concede to the possibility of an actualizer. Right, because the argument's brought up. Well, what is before the Big Bang? Right, something had. Even if you don't or do believe in the Big Bang, something had to actualize. And I did concede the point that something did have to actualize the Big Bang, since there was nothing before the Big Bang. But I'm still kind of shaky on that. I'm still going back and forth. I have some problems against that, such as if nothing existed before the Big Bang, then there's just nothing. I don't the the actualizer would have to come into play to create the Big Bang, and what bec- what existed before the actualizer, right? So I definitely do have some struggles with that, but I'm not totally agnostic to the idea of conceding that yes, there may have been an actualizer. So that was a long-winded explanation of what that super chat was. But going back to the what we're talking about here, John. Um, so you're saying all loving is, and I would imagine this.
Oh my God. I just turned the freaking that fancy app on to you, and your voice just like magically changed. That's crazy. I gotta
Does it
put that
sound
on
prettier?
everyone.
Does it sound
Sounds
prettier?
great.
Ah,
Sounds
sweet.
wow.
All right.
Chat,
Well, keep it up.
that's crazy. I gotta put it on everybody now. All
Um,
right.
yeah. And you're a virtue ethicist, so I'd imagine the highest virtue is self-sacrifice as well, which is what you were saying. All good God is just all good would be self-sacrifice, the highest virtue. Um, if I do have a problem with that, because my problem is this: if all good means self-sacrifice, if that's all it is, then it does not expand to any more virtues. It does not expand to anything else. It is just all. It is just self-sacrifice.
Well, no, it's
So I guess
selflessness. It's not self-sacrifice. Selflessness to only do for one for someone else, not for yourself.
okay, I can work with this. To do for someone else and not for yourself.
Hmm.
So, would you say unnecessary suffering, that you're trapped underneath the log for 3 days, that is doing that is doing something quote unquote good here?
It's not doing anything. God's not doing it. It just happened. It's
Okay.
unnecessary. That's the whole premise.
Yeah,
It,
exactly. It's unnecessary, right?
yeah.
Could God intervene and end the suffering, and or let it not suffer in the first place unnecessarily? The tree falls on it and kills it instantly.
You could have, sure.
So it could have. So the possibility is there, right? The possibility is there, which is good. Oh,
Keep going. I'm listening.
okay. So the possibility is there, which is good. Which means that God did have a choice to be selfless, help others first, but he did not. Or I don't know if God's a he or she. I'm just gonna call it. It did not. So do you see where I'm going at, or how that may have contradict the
No,
notion of all good?
you're saying you're giving me an ought claim that God ought do it. Why?
Stepping in the Christian paradigm, there would be an objective truth. Would selflessness not be an objective truth?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So he ought, and once again, in the Christian paradigm here, I do not personally subscribe to these, but he ought to be selflessness. He ought to help deer by such killing it instantly.
No, no. Again, I don't see how you're getting to that point. You're saying because he is all good, which I'm just using a tautology for that for being selfless. Then he ought not allow the suffering. You keep going and giving like tautologies, like it's becoming circular at this point.
What's a tautology?
Yeah, you're just saying the same thing in different ways.
I think I'm saying the same thing in different ways because I'm trying to maybe get across my point of view, or I'm
I
struggling.
understand your point of view. What I'm saying is that you haven't substantiated, you haven't given me a reason to believe that God ought to take away unnecessary suffering. And I mean, ultimately, from the Christian paradigm, he does. He just doesn't do it today.
Okay. Would this not be sufficient enough, or would this not be sufficient enough to say that unnecessary suffering goes against the objective truth? So here, how about this? How about this? How about I put it into some premises again? Okay, so you can write this out.
Is it we're substantiating P1, or are you doing a new argument?
I guess substantiating P1.
Okay.
Give me a second here as I word this correctly in my head. If selflessness is an objective truth, unnecessary suffering
Why is unnecessary suffering?
Hmm?
I'm waiting for the rest. Because why is unnecessary suffering? I think you're waiting for me to write it.
Oh, why is why unnecessary suffering? Is that what you're asking me?
Why equals unnecessary suffering? I'm saying I wrote it. I'm waiting for the rest of the syllogism or the
Oh,
premise.
okay, yeah. Why equals unnecessary suffering? Why should not exist?
This is just P1 in different words. Because
Not
again,
necessarily.
I'm using selflessness as a tautology for all good.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this is just saying if an all good God is an objective truth, unnecessary suffering should not exist, which is the exact same thing in P1, just more words.
I see. You're correct on that. I guess I am struggling to substantiate how to explain how selflessness is an objective truth, or the existence of necessary suffering contradicts the objective truth.
Yeah, it just
Of
seems like
unnecessary.
it seems like it's your intuition. With that being said,
Also,
bro, this is way too Phil Broy for the start of the conversation. I don't think we're moving forward, so I'm going to boot you.
oh well, we can go on to a different one.
I got people in the queue, and we've talked a million times. I'm going to boot you. I like you though.
All right.
Come
I'll
back
plug you
again.
back in the Discord.
Buried. What is the issue?
All right, guys, smash the like button, share the live, do the things you need to do. Usually we wait for the 20,000 guests, but I had to check the audio today to make sure everything that was working.
Two things.
Mhm.
Chat could not hear the readout of the super chat.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Riddle me this, Mr. Steele. If God real, why am I got real warm my hair. We answered that one. Happy anniversary again. I don't have time to send it Wednesday, but when I got married, I wore 2 pairs of socks, so I wouldn't get cold feet. Is that true? Okay, perfect. Way better. Reminder to pay your $2 jizya. Amen. Sounds like a reminder to pay my jizya. Amen. And then we did get this in, but it was JJ. If this loops back to your moral framework, you're going to be spinning your wheels, bud. I thought you conceded the argument for motion. What happened? What happened? We don't know, man. We don't. Let's see how John sounds if everyone can hear him.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Chat, can you hear him? I changed all my audio last night.
How bad is the background right now? That's the most important thing.
We shouldn't hear any of it because I turned on the thing. What? You guys
very little bit.
TikTok can't hear him.
What?
But
Dang. That's weird.
YouTube can.
That's super weird.
That's
I'm literally on TikTok. How is that the case?
That's so strange. Okay, let's see what that issue is happening.
Oh my gosh, you actually broke TikTok somehow. You hacked TikTok. That's crazy.
Also, TikTok just updated their audio mixer today, so like now it's new.
Of course it is.
Of course.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm sitting at a Culver's, and my happy little self has to wait 3 more hours for my oil change to be done. So.
Okay. No, they can't. Why can't they hear you?
Here, let me just let's just try something simple first. Drop me and then bring me back up.
I guarantee you that's not it.
Well, I mean, turn me on and back off again.
It's not going to fix the problem.
Okay.
But we'll do it. We'll do it your way. Mrs. Steele, may I have a cup of coffee while you're up?
Yeah.
Is that what you... We'll get it all set, guys. We'll get it all set and working. We'll figure it out. I just got to figure out a whole new audio chain system. I've been using the same one for years, and now I'm using a different one. I got to figure it out.
How are we doing here?
That you can't hear him, can you, TikTok?
TikTok. Can you hear me? TikTok. Come on.
Told you. I told you. You didn't listen.
They cannot hear my sweet nothings.
No.
That's wild. I've never had this happen. But if it's gonna happen somewhere, it's gonna happen here.
Oh yeah. Yep. This is where it would happen. Everywhere else can hear you though. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing. Okay.
Do you need me to keep talking, or you want me to just be quiet and wait?
Hold on. Just wait 1 second. I'll tell you when to talk. Could be. Hold on, I'm going to try something and you tell me if you hear your own voice.
Okay.
All right.
Check 1, 2. I sure do.
You hear your own voice?
I sure do.
But I bet you TikTok could hear you there.
Hey, TikTok, can you hear me?
No, they could. Yeah, they're saying they can, but...
Yeah, they can hear me. I mean, I don't mind my own voice. When God gives you a voice like this, repetition is
well, you're not the only guest. I hate to break it to you.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to break it to you. If you were the only guest, we'd that wouldn't be an issue. But
I mean, we could turn it into just like a debate John the entire stream. Let people throw money at the wall.
We could.
Well, at least I can hear if the background's bad. It doesn't seem too bad, even though I'm surrounded by people.
What the heck, man?
Do they have Culvers in Canada?
Do they have what?
Culvers?
Culver's?
Yeah, it's called Culver's. It's like a
I
restaurant.
we might. I don't know. I have no clue. I shouldn't have changed anything. I should have just left everything the way it was. That's gonna make you hear yourself. This is so dumb because they removed the freaking setting that allowed me to make it so you guys could hear yourself with the monitor.
What if it's just broken for forever?
That would suck. Oh, now I can't
If we
hear the
keep Little
freaking
John
chat
from
talking.
the whole stream,
Super
it
chat
won't
coming in.
affect anything.
I shouldn't have changed
We
anything.
keep
I
Little
should have
John
left
from
it.
talking the whole stream. It
I
won't
should
affect
have left it. Did you guys hear the super chat? I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
I might just jump off a bridge.
Careful, TikTok's gonna hit you with that.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I didn't hear it. That's an easy fix. That's an easy fix for me, actually. I just got to turn on that you can hear it button. All right, now I should be able to hear it if it comes in. I'm going to read it again because I didn't hear it. If we keep Little John from talking the whole stream, it won't affect anything. In the Christian paradigm, patience is a virtue. Waiting on God to end suffering, it builds patience. Therefore, suffering builds virtue. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point,
Waiting
actually.
on John to fix his live stream builds patience. Therefore, patience builds virtue.
Why do you sound like crap?
I don't know, brother. Oh, sounded like reverb on it.
You can hear yourself?
Yep.
You shouldn't be able to hear yourself.
Well, that's not my fault. I definitely
Oh.
hear my.
There you go. Can you hear yourself now?
Check 1, 2. No, I cannot.
Okay. But you guys can't hear him. I actually have zero clue how to fix it. TikTok changed all the settings and they removed all the buttons that I used to fix it last time that had this issue.
Well, I mean, you can use me because you can't even have TikTok guests up, right?
No, I can't because maybe I turn the audio monitoring on. Whoa. Nope. Yo. Nope.
Oh, you sound like a robot.
No, we're not doing that. What the heck is ducking? No. Say something?
Check 1, 2. Brother, I'm eating the most delectable, scrumptious piece of fat fish right now.
I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. I don't understand why TikTok changed, what it changed. And I don't understand why you guys can't hear John. I actually have no clue.
They want the monopoly. They want everyone to filter through their platform. And if you're using other software, you're screwed. That's probably what it is.
This makes zero sense.
I wonder if everyone who like has this type of setup is now cooked.
It might be. It might be. Because there used to be like a button for like co-hosts to hear themselves, or you could just turn it on, and then they are for the chat to hear the co-host.
Did they move? Did they move the button?
That's what I'm looking right now. Monitoring device. Monitoring audio placed through the speaker. Use a headset to prevent echoes. Advanced audio. Select speaker. Choose the speaker to play the sounds of other creators or guests. This might do it. Hold on. Okay, talk. I can hear you. You got an echo again? Yeah, with an echo. And now YouTube can't hear you. Oh, why? Why, God? Why do you do this? This shouldn't actually be this complicated. It shouldn't be this complicated at all. Not even remotely within the category of complication. All right. Well, now YouTube can hear you, but TikTok can't hear you. Advanced audio options. Select speaker.
I'm basically the guinea pig at this point. Just to get you.
Hit Kick Bro. Kick Bro is not going to change anything. I can't bring up another guest. It's not his fault. Like, this is a technical problems podcast, guys. I'm sorry. Like, guys, like, this one's not even me because I fixed all the settings last night, and then TikTok. I even did this in TikTok and I tested it, and then TikTok today updated their settings.
That's crazy.
So,
what is it? The testing of your faith develops perseverance.
can you hear him now?
Hey, can you guys hear me? I'm talking. If you can hear me, put bacon in the chat.
No, they cannot hear you.
Well, that's cooked. Unlike the bacon.
They can hear him.
YouTube
Who
can hear him.
Oh.
TikTok can't hear him. TikTok can. That's been the whole issue this whole time, Abby. Pay attention.
It did switch, and then YouTube couldn't hear him. Don't lie to me.
Yep,
For a second.
You're correct, Abby. You're correct.
Thank
He did
you.
say this. You're right. You're right. You were tracking. You were tracking.
I don't know how I get it, so I can send the signal without you hearing yourself. This makes no sense at all. No sense.
I'm telling you, they're trying to make it harder on content creators like yourself. That's probably why they did it. Because they hate you.
We might lose everything. Okay, talk.
Check 1, 2.
Can you guys hear him?
If you can hear me, emote bacon.
Nope, I can't hear you.
Hello from the other side. No? Nothing? No. Can't. Nope. On the bright side, I've gotten 200 coins. So, express my gratitude to whoever threw money at me.
Good job done.
I don't get this at all. I'm looking at everything should just work, and I don't know why it's not. I have zero clue. I have zero clue what's going on here, guys. I do not know how to fix this.
Did you Google it?
This is not going to be a Googleable thing, Abby. Trust me.
It's not AIable.
It might be AIable, but the update just happened 5 minutes ago, so AI is not going to have the information. I'm going to bring up another guest just to see if it's you. I doubt that's the case, but
If it's me, that's cooked, brother.
can you
Yo,
guys
what's
hear
up?
each other?
Can you? Yeah, I can hear him. I
Hello,
heard it.
Hello, beautiful.
Wait, so you guys can
Beautiful.
hear
Yeah, I can
each
hear you.
other. Chat, can you hear them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can definitely hear him. He can hear me too.
What? Why can you guys hear each other, but the freaking
They can't hear
chat
us.
can't hear you? What? Explain logic. What? That's wild. That is actually wild. That's crazy work. That makes zero freaking sense.
Well,
Device. I'm so confused. Like, I'm genuinely confused. It makes sense. My God doesn't exist. Ah, you got me. Restart the live, dude. Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm gonna restart TikTok. Maybe that's the issue. We're gonna see.
yeah, turn it off and back on again.
The classic fix.
Chat, that makes zero sense. Also, he sounds like crap.
Where is he? Did he say?
I don't. He's getting his butthole changed or something. I don't know. No, that is if that works, like just turning it off and on again, I'm gonna be pretty upset. Well, actually, I'm gonna be pretty pumped, but also upset at the same time.
Never happens to Jordan and Abraham, smiley face emoji.
Do you know how to read between the lines? Just curious. Just curious if you know how to read between the lines there, bro. There's an echo.
He's at Culver's.
Super chat echo.
Oh. What's at Culver's? Let's look it up. This is why you don't change things, John. Frozen.
Well, we just spent
custard,
$70, so we can't go back. So now we gotta fix it.
Butterburger.
Now we gotta fix it.
Sounds gross.
Okay. Well, before I go back live on TikTok, I'm gonna try to fix that issue of the audio for the super chat, so you guys can't hear it. Oh no, I actually I know how to fix that one real quick. That one's a real quick fix. Yeah, that one's easy. I just clicked that button. Done. All right, there should be no echo now for a super chat if anybody wants to test it. Just convince all the haters to join YT so you don't have to go to cringe talk for the callers. That place is godforsaken wasteland. YT gang.
But
I might have to just do the call in only on the link alone. But I'm gonna have a quick look here. It's just okay. So I say. Think. Yeah, that should just work. Like all that's getting is everybody's. All right. Today topic, convince John stop using IT related technical problems. What?
Solar Linktura.
I forgot to click the mute button on my thing, so I missed it. Solo Linktura. Did it echo for you guys? Shouldn't have. Being gay is super okay. No, it's not. It's pretty gay, actually. Sounded good on your end. Well, we'll see what happens when the next one comes in, because I didn't hear it. I don't know why I have these kind of technical issues. I don't know. I don't know. The funny thing is because I was actually the one who helped Jordan set up his shiz. High five for the gays. I wouldn't touch that. It's pretty gay.
Except maybe God Logic had this problem and fixed it. Do you want them to ask?
No.
John, the next time you make changes to your setup, start a quick live and hit us up in the Discord. We would be happy to help you work out these kinks before the show.
Thank you. You know, if today ends up being bad, I will go live again this weekend to make up for it. I will. Did that feedback on you guys? Shouldn't have.
All right, time for me to talk and test things. Hello, humans. If you hear the sound of my voice, rate it 1 to 10.
Can you guys hear him?
1 to 10 rating on the sound of my voice. Jesus never existed. That's not the sound of my voice.
One person said yes, but then a bunch of people said no. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
What? No, nope. They
Although
can't hear me.
YouTube is rating your voice -1.
Dadgummit.
We might have to just say callers can only do the link today until we get this figured out, and then we could do it later. I'll do like 5 more minutes of trying to figure this out, and if we can't, then we're going to move on, I guess.
That is cooked, brother.
Yeah. Someone said -67, by the way. 67.
They said, Samurai the Most High said, we see him cueing his mic, but no sound.
Yeah, that makes no freaking sense, man. Does TikTok now rely on what I hear to play it for you guys in like the background? Because if that's the case, man, that's wild. That's wild. Because I'm not sending you guys what I'm hearing. I'm sending you a different thing.
I like my conspiracy theory.
I actually wouldn't think that you're wrong. They do want people in their own ecosystem. They really do try to prevent it. If I put a link or anything up, I will get like flagged, which is why I don't normally do it.
And so it would not shock me at all if they are actively trying to put up blockades for you to do the type of content you do. Not just for you. Like, I'm sure you're not the only person.
The thing is, what they don't realize is this is just going to push people away.
At least in this space, yeah.
John, are you gonna get a Oreo Reese's cheesecake concrete mix thing?
Oh, you do know what Culver's is.
No, I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Now I do. Now I did. I didn't though.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm just eating some fresh fish right now.
Okay, talk. Nothing. No. Okay.
especially when it's that video game.
LA Apologetic said that he reached out to somebody that might have a resolution for you.
Reached out to somebody who?
I don't know.
I know who.
Said make
It's
sure
me.
TikTok is picking up your desktop audio.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I know. Yeah, I know you guys can't hear Bop Like Blood. Here's the thing. I can click one little button and you guys will be able to hear him, but then he also hears himself.
Abby. He didn't call me Little John.
I know. I didn't want to say anything.
John, can you hear yourself?
Check 1, 2. Sure can.
You sure can.
Sure can. They can hear me now.
Yeah, they can hear you because I just have the whole chain of what we're hearing being sent now to them. So everybody can hear you, but you're also going to double hear your voice because you're also hearing what we're hearing, which is so freaking. Why would you guys do this, man? Why would TikTok all of a sudden update these settings and change things? Why do you hate us so freaking much? Why do you guys do it, man?
You have your own TikTok now. I'm pretty sure.
I have what? You're really
Your
quiet
own
now.
TikTok nemesis.
We're all
We
pretty
might
confident,
hang
yeah, that there's somebody who follows us on TikTok and like banned and kicks and like it's like some Muslim who watches my channel and just hates me. Okay. I think we're just gonna have to do the link alone today until I get this figured out. So
I'll come in over there.
okay.
Send
Abby,
me a
can you
Discord thing.
Abby, can you send me the link so I can post it?
Yeah. Where do you want me to send it?
Just on Facebook, and then I'll post it on the thing. And then we'll figure this out. We'll do a live stream later, and figure this out because I literally even helped. Fresh set this up and got it working, and it was no problem. It's using
Could
the
be a
exact
new
same
thing, right?
system, so it's a new thing. It's an absolutely new thing. So I'll put a link for you guys on the TikTok for you guys to join. Anybody who wants to join on TikTok, you can't join at the multi-guest button. I'm just going to turn it off. You'll have to join through the link today. Okay. Okie doke. As I said, you can't join. People keep clicking join. You guys are stupid. Literally 2 seconds. I'm like, hey, you can't join today. Okay. Actually, I took copy and pasted your name. And we'll figure out what happened with TikTok. That one wasn't me, guys. That was TikTok updated their thing. And what the heck? There we go. That's so bad. There you go. Okay. There it is, John. That's how you join. There, that's how you join. I'm gonna bring up every guest here because I'm gonna have to see if John's in there. He's not in there. Wow. It's full of people. Where are you, John? Poor old John. Dog, stop requesting. I can't figure out how to turn it off. I've told you a million times we can't bring you up on there. This is crazy. This is crazy. John, I do not see you in there.
Texting you?
Thank you for your donation. We appreciate you. Why are you guys donating? I'm not even doing it. I haven't requested anything from you guys today because we're screwing up. We messed up.
They love you.
You just love me, I guess. All right, I'm moving on without you. Pepsi, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
What happened?
Let's try again. Pepsi, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Oh, unmute. There we go. Hello. Okay, goodbye. Mishlos. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
25.
All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
Yeah. So, so the Christian theology, right, is the Trinitarian doctrine, right? So you say that Jesus is Yahweh incarnate, correct?
Yeah, you're supposed to give an argument, not a question.
Yeah. I just want to make sure because All right. So so if Jesus is that divine person, that means that he's also described in the Old Testament as the God of the Old Testament. And you claim that Jesus is all good because God is all good, right? I'm just going to assume that. But when we read in Second Kings, chapter 2, verses 23 to 25, we see something where kids end up mocking someone, and he turns around, curses them in the name of the Lord, and then a bear comes out and kills them just for mocking them. How is that good?
Well, can you show me where it says the word unalive, the unalive word you used? I'd be very curious if that's where it says.
Yeah, so well, in context, it says, and two female bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the youths.
So they didn't unalive them.
If can you survive a bear mauling?
Yeah, people have.
Yeah. So, but do you think that like attacking? So let's say I just concede that okay, they weren't unalive, right?
Yeah, why is it wrong?
That's a fair. Yeah. Do you think that just for mocking someone, you can just be gravely injured?
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah. Do you think that's good?
Sure.
Why is that good? I don't understand.
Why is it bad?
Yeah, you're mauling a kid for mocking the so I would think that the what they did does not equal to a mauling of two female bears.
Yeah, that's what you think. Congratulations.
You know what? That's a good argument. I got baked, yo.
Hold on. Can you guys make sure you guys can hear my sound effects? Oh, actually, no, you might not because. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Nope, because I have the freaking system. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure that one out later. I have to figure. Oh, actually, that's an easy fix. It's just a lot of work. I know how to fix it. So we're not gonna have a soundboard today. That sucks. That sucks. Oh well. But I know how to fix it later. Draknar. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 53 years old today.
Happy birthday, bro. Can you convince us to stop worshiping Jesus?
Okay, so you've asked the ultimate persuasion to abandon your faith, specifically your faith in a traditional, rigid, room clearing dungeon crawl, and perhaps your devotion to the holy text of min maxing your build to the heavens. By the power vested in me by the Lord, the polyhedral dice, I present to you the gospel of a new path. Premise one. True enlightenment in tabletop games comes from memorable stories, not just tracking hit points and calculating optimal damage per round.
Flourishing. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 30 years old.
All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
Well, I'm going to go down the line of a bit of a personal story in the context to all that because that's where I'm coming from with this. So my upbringing, both of my grandparents, I'm based in the UK, churchgoers every single week. They spent money on making sure our church stayed open. We had a local kind of community hall that they put thousands of pounds into keeping running when pretty much the whole village wanted to kind of chuck it out to the wayside and just watch it basically perish. And my nan, throughout her whole life, bless her, really struggled with her mental health. She had postnatal depression when my dad was born. She had PTSD later in life when her dad passed away. She was on antidepressants. And what feared her the most was the thought of her son failing, which she blamed herself for how my dad turned out, and the thought of getting vascular dementia. And ultimately, she got dementia, went into a nursing home. I became my granddad's carer. And luckily, I was able to have both of my grandparents there at my wedding because I'd say somewhat part of me wants to believe in Christianity myself, but everything that's happened in my life that I'm getting to makes me question everything, which is where I'm coming from. So I was married in December 2021. February 2022, my dad suddenly took his own life. And within 2 weeks after my dad took his own life, I got a phone call from my granddad to say he'd been told he needed to go down to our emergency room because he had pneumonia. Now, 3 months passed, and my granddad then passed away. I chose not to tell my nan about any of this that had happened until about 3 months after that. So this is going from December 2021. We're now in November 2022. And I've told my nan about my dad and my granddad. At this point, she's non-verbal. She doesn't communicate. She doesn't even recognize I'm there. But I tell her that my dad and my granddad have passed away, and a tear came down her face. No more than a month later, after telling her that her son and her husband had passed away, my nan passed away as well, my grandma. Now, with all of that combined, me and my wife wanted to start a family. And January 2023 came about, and we thought, right, now is the time for us to actually have positivity in our lives, because getting married, traditional beliefs, have the marriage, have the baby, start the family, and just spread the good word to everyone. And we couldn't conceive, and my wife had a mental health breakdown because of that. We went through the IVF process, and luckily we have got a daughter now. But then the state of play for me right now is my wife no longer wants to be part of my life. She has not wanted me to see my daughter for the past 7 months. And from my dad, my nan, and my granddad, my grandparents.
Wait, I thought you said she couldn't conceive.
No,
Yeah.
they did through IVF.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Through IVF, we did, yeah. And the state of play for me right now is that I inherited the house from my grandparents, and it all comes back to them with their values of wanting to kind of be traditional, give us the love, the family home. Everything was entrenched in community and Christian values. But my wife wants me to completely sell the home, to cut all ties with absolutely everything I've got attached to the property, and to basically leave me bankrupt. So my question that I'm coming at to convince you is really, where does the point of suffering become too much to question whether God is acting in a loving and caring way for someone?
And it never does.
What do you mean by no?
there's never a point of suffering where you go like, hey, God doesn't exist or he's not real. I mean, what you're going through is terrible, and I'm sorry you've gone through it. But the book of Job, like Job went through a lot more, and not I'm not trying to downplay what you went through, but I'm just saying like you can't look at the things that happen in your life, say God is not real and he doesn't love me, and then look at the story of Job and be like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like you could like in the Christian paradigm, things like what you're going through is what you'd expect to see because that is within our paradigm. Now, you could say, I don't like that God and I don't want to follow him, worship him. That's up to you. I'm saying that doesn't disprove that he exists, that he died on the cross for you, and that there is the promise that all things that were wrong, all the things that you're going through now, will eventually be made right. That is the gospel.
So then I suppose the angle I'm coming at then is then when you're in that state, and I'm only assuming that we've all at some point been in that kind of place where we question faith, is where do you get to the point where you need to see a tangible turnaround? And I suppose it kind of is that definitive question of where is that act of love or care or a sign in a
Death.
time when you need it most?
At death. If you don't see it in the next life, then he's probably not real.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it there. No, thank you.
I'm sorry, I can't be like give you an answer that's like satisfying to the things that you're going through. One thing I would say is that if you're in a church in your community, go be in your community and understand that what people have meant for evil and the evil that's in the world, God can mean for good, and trust and rely on them.
Yeah. No, thank you for your time.
Amen. God bless. Pray for him, guys. Pray for him. It's a rough go. John still hasn't come up. I don't think he can figure it out. That's usually John's situation. We have no one in the queue, by the way, as we should expect, considering we're having the issues. Most people don't want to click a link or type something in. They just want to click a little button. And I completely understand that. You know, going in, tiny-year-old. Okay, how do I spell it? I got to scroll back and forth. I get it. You want to just be able to copy and paste those things. If we have do we have a mod in the TikTok that can constantly repost the link? That'd be good. That'd be good. I don't know if we do. Job is an inspiration. I look at it too as example whenever life feels so much. Abby read through the book of Job when we went through our tragedy. Did you not?
Yep.
Yeah. It's a solid read. It's a solid read. I finally give you money and y'all tell me, ha ha ha, it's because I can finally give to you. God bless, brother. What do you mean? What do you mean? Guys, again, I can't take people on TikTok. The chat cannot hear you, and I do not know why. We've tried to fix the issue. I also, for some reason, I can't turn off the multi-guest feature. Like, I just can't do it. Like, there's no history settings. Request management, followers only, allow managers, introduction, history, invites. Again, cannot bring you up. Please stop requesting. Please listen. I literally removed you, said I can't bring you up, and then you requested it again. If you want to request, guys, you have to do it through the link, please. I don't know what's going on with that. It literally makes no sense. I tested it last night. It worked just fine. Just fine last night. And then TikTok updated today. John said all are welcome and just don't time people or ban just for sharing or helping others stand the convo host. I guess I'm not sure what you're saying.
No, I already answered them.
Okay. Hope jumped at the chance of criticizing the guest. Shame. Shame. Why should I feel shame? Hello, Mr. Bond. I've been playing your video game. It's been pretty great. It's a pretty great game. The 007 game is pretty amazing. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty amazing. All right, folks. I got to use the bathroom, so.
It's me. I'm trying to send somebody a message. Okay. Anyway, if you were just spamming verses in the chat, then yeah, you're gumming up the chat. Okay. John doesn't he does not read the chat while he's talking to a caller, so it doesn't really help if you're spamming verses to try and help John because he's not going to see it. Okay. Just click the link. Beautiful. We were giving you money. Oh, I see. Potato beat. I got it. That was a crazy story, though. Bro was going through it. Yeah, if you spam verses, you will probably get timed out because just even if it's spamming verses, it's still spamming, which we don't appreciate because it makes chat hard to read and engage with. What are me and John up to this weekend? I don't know. Maybe go to the beach if it's nice. I was thinking, oh, we got a barbecue. I was thinking about, actually, no. We're gonna do. I think we're gonna have a steak tomorrow. I was thinking about doing ribs on the barbecue. I do good ribs in the oven, but I've never tried in the barbecue. So if you guys have good barbecue recipes, you should send them to me on the Discord or just post them in the Discord because I am looking for new recipes. So convenient for summer because you just marinate some meat and then cook it and just roast your vegetables. It is nice to be able to just go up and go to the beach. That is something that we probably take for granted.
You know what's great? The fact that I have like such a high confidence now that when I flush the toilet, the chat can't hear it. That's pretty great. Still no one in the queue. All right, guys, if you want to join, link is in the bio down below. Today's topic is convince me to stop worshiping Jesus. If you're watching on TikTok, I do apologize. You can't join through the multi-guest option on TikTok. You will have to join with the link. I'm not too sure. TikTok did an update last night and removed some settings to the point where the chat cannot hear the guest. I don't know what's going on with that or why it's doing that. We'll do after this like official live, I'll do a technical live and see if I can fix the issue. The problem with the setting things up and doing tests is you can't do it unless you're live because you got to actually have a chat to be able to hear it. That's the issue. Although, am I still sounding crisp and good? Still better than Wednesday's stream? I can't hear what you hear, so. All I can do is hope and pray. And Abby sounds crisp and good. That's the thing that matters. And the guests calling in that we have been able to get. That's all we can hope for, ladies and gentlemen. That's all that we can hope for. Although I might be coming in a little loud, I think, based off what I'm seeing. I can get on the platforms to help you test things out. Appreciate you, Gabe. We will probably use you to do that. How did me and Abby really meet? She joined the gym. I joined the gym, and we just got to know each other through training at the gym. That's actually how we met.
Mm-hmm.
Literally how.
How
much to somebody said on TikTok, you can't see it. They said, Abby, ask Big John how much for him to shave his head bald on the live stream. 10 grand. You send me $10,000, I'll shave my head bald right now in front of everybody. Hair grows back. 10 grand will be worth it.
Somebody said they're in the queue.
No, they're not.
Are you sure you're in the queue? Did you use the right password?
We had a whole bunch of other people. Maybe Abby, you want to test the queue? Make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure we got the right one going. It'd be pretty pure greed. They want me to shave my head. Bro, your hair is expensive. I love my hair. Do you not see how much effort and work I put into my hair? I'm not gonna shave that off for like $100. You know what I mean? 10 grand, I'll shave my head. I might consider it for 5.
You see me?
Mr. Beast just donated $100,000. If $100,000, I would shave all the hair off my head, eyebrows, face, everything. Yeah, there you are. There you are. Yep. No, it's working. It's working. Although I've noticed I watch other people's lives. I'm not the only one having this issue. IP had this issue. Inspiring Philosophy's channel had this issue yesterday. They went live and had a call-in show and they had no callers. So it's a common thing right now for everyone. No one's calling into these shows. Mazel. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. How old are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm 35.
All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
No, I can't. But I try to give like a message in the chat thing. I would like to, if you're up for it, I would love to discuss some evolution with you.
You want to convince me of
If you're up
evolution?
for
Go
that.
for it.
Yeah. So just to be clear, like on my position, so basically, I'm a totally new subscriber. So I found you via like the compilation thing you had on evolution before, and you requested some evidence for evolution. So just to be clear, I share your view in terms of I'm also like an agnostic when it comes to evolution, but I do think that there is evidence that is quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So have you heard about something called convergent evolution?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's the concept of if I could give you an example. So in Australia, they like 70% of all the marsupial animals are in Australia.
A
So
marsupial.
basically,
It's not a bear.
yeah. So
it's a
that
marsupial. You ever see that meme?
yeah.
Anyway,
No,
sorry, go
no,
ahead.
I haven't.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
All right.
So
all right. My bad.
yeah. So basically, so maybe it would help if you saw an image of it. So there's if you Google like convergent evolution marsupials, you can see like a side-by-side comparison with all of like the niche animals in an ecosystem. Only that one is marsupials in Australia, and the other one is placental animals. So you basically have like a normal, like a European wolf, and then you have a marsupial
Okay.
wolf,
So,
which is like the
so
Tasmanian wolf.
slow down. I Googled it. Where am
Yeah.
I going to see it?
Yeah. So if you go to images. Yeah, and basically, yeah, there's a lot of them there. But if you see the one in the middle there, for example.
These are all drawings, bro.
Yeah. So, but basically, so they're drawings of animals that exist, right? So the point is that the column on the right there, they are marsupials, and the one on the left are placentals. So do you know what a marsupial is?
Koala bear. A koala bear is a marsupial.
Yeah. So basically, it's
I
like
learned that
it's
from
like
the
the
meme.
yeah. Okay. So it's basically it's a category of animal that has their newborn babies reside in like the pouch, just like a kangaroo. So that's like a whole like category of the way that they keep their children, while the placental animals, once they're born, they stay out, right? So like the argument here is that basically all of those animals on the right there reside in Australia. So basically, but they've still sort of managed to fill all of the different niches in the ecosystem, right? They have like a wolf, they have an anteater, stuff like that. But the difference is that they're all marsupials. So the point is, so if I've heard you say, that evidence is something that raises the likelihood of something being true, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So basically, what's the best explanation for this? In the theory of evolution, it would be that the root animals of marsupials were isolated on
Can
Australia.
The picture you show me, can I just show you something and see if it convinces you?
Sure. God, Earth. Yeah.
And then what does this say?
This I made this. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you convinced?
Yeah. Of what?
That God made the earth?
Yeah. Well, I'm a Christian, so but I'm not convinced by that drawing.
Okay, hold on.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah. Like I said at the beginning, I would say that I'm just like you. I'm an agnostic when it comes to evolution, but I do think that. So are you saying that you reject it because it's a drawing?
What I'm saying is that I don't think this is enough data or information for me to be convinced of like a speciation and have to like reinterpret the fall of man, for example.
Yeah. So do you hold to? I know you said you're an agnostic when it comes to evolution. So, but do you hold to? Are you basically do you lean towards sort of a creationist view?
Well, I haven't put much thought into it, but yeah.
Okay.
Right now. So I used to be an evolutionary theist, right? But I started thinking about it because I started applying methodology in learning the historicity of Jesus Christ, and I'm like, there's so much scrutiny that people put me under, and then I started thinking about evolution. I was like, well, why do I believe in evolution? And I actually couldn't come up with a good reason. And I figured, well, if I can't come up with a good reason to believe in evolution, I shouldn't probably accept it just because everybody else tells me I should accept it. That's problematic. And so then I took the agnostic viewpoint, and then I started using it as a gotcha question on people. They'd be like, testimony isn't reliable. And I'd be like, well, do you believe in evolution? And they'd be like, yeah, I believe in evolution. Can you give me anything besides testimony and why you believe it? And it just became like a gotcha. And then it kind of led me down this path of like, well, I actually don't think the data has been very strong, or at least people haven't provided it for me at this point.
Okay. So if we look at the marsupials of Australia, what do you think is like the most reasonable explanation for that?
For what?
For why are 70% of all marsupials exclusive to Australia, like kangaroos, like all of those animals listed in that image you had? You know, the Tasmanian
Well,
wolf, all that stuff.
I could posit any sort of explanation, right? I could say because when they got off the ark, they got together and they're like, bro, Australia is pretty dope. Let's go there. And then they all just kind of hopped over to Australia.
Yeah. So an argument against that would be, well, it's not really an argument against. It's just sort of, that sounds very like an unlikely explanation, you know.
I agree, but I'm just saying I may not have the answer to why they're specifically in Australia, but that doesn't entail evolution.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I'm not. So, do you understand the like the concept of the convergent evolution? That the point is that the two niches have, or the two like ecosystems have evolved like in parallel to each other.
Not really.
No, okay. So, well, basically, so here's the thing. So, in Australia, the marsupials being there. So the point is, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to explain this. So, like, do you understand like the point of that image you have on the screen there? That the point is that they're showing that you're filling the same sort of, or like what's it called in English? Yeah, English is not my first language. I'm trying to find the word for it. Well, basically, like the two rows there, they fill sort of the same sort of niche in each of their ecosystems. Only the entire row on the right are marsupials, the entire row on the left are placentals. And the Europeans, like when they found Australia, they brought in some like red foxes, like European foxes, and they outcompeted the local marsupials, because being a marsupial in some cases isn't really an effective way of being an animal, let's say. So when they introduced placentals, they outcompeted the local marsupials, which hadn't been there because they've been isolated for a long time.
Yeah, I don't understand what this has to do with anything. One sec.
Yeah.
Caller, the question can be reversed. What are the odds that marsupials would exist other places than Australia, if evolution exists? We have to assume that pouches will always exist.
You can answer.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I understood the question actually. Like the thing is, as you said previously about evidence, that it's about what's the most likely explanation of this being the case, because the case is that all of these marsupials happen to be in Australia. They fill basically every niche of the ecosystem there. And then the question is, how is it that they, so basically, so like the theory is, you don't have to accept this obviously, but the theory is that through the environment that they've lived in, the speciation has sort of shaped all of these individual species to fill all of these places in the ecosystem, But since the original animals there were marsupials, they've all retained that trait. And as far as I can see, that's the most likely explanation of it. And so,
Well, I have to say, a fanciful story and a drawing of some foxes did not convince me.
all right, sure, I can accept that. Yeah, I guess I guess there's no more to talk about then. I guess.
All right, bro. Well, I
Thanks for having
appreciate
me
you.
on.
No problem. God bless.
Take care.
Extremely not convinced by speciation by this. All I ever get is drawings and stories. That's all I ever get. Here's a drawing of something and here's a story of something. Jay, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, I'm 28.
All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
My question is, which Jesus do you worship? I believe
Yeah,
we probably worship two different Jesuses. So
all
yeah.
right, then. God bless.
Ain't no way. Do you think he was Orthodox?
I have no clue. I have no clue. I've actually started. Here's what I've started doing. Any Orthodox that all of a sudden, like one Orthodox guy, one well-known Orthodox guy made a tweet about me and completely misrepresented me. And all the other Ortho bros started believing him, and now they're all calling me out on shit that I don't even believe, like crazy. And so I don't do infighting. So every Orthodox Ortho bro that starts like calling me out on shit gets instantly banned. I don't know if that guy was Ortho bro, but I figure I should tell people that. So like as soon as like you come at me and you're Orthodox or whatever, it's an instant block. It's done, right? Because you guys are insufferable little human beings. And I'm not doing the infighting thing. Our pouch is only evolutionary advantage in Australia. I have no idea. You would worship me as well? What?
Wig one, we're so happy you've been able to experience 007.
It's a really good game. I'm Orthodox and I love you, brother in Christ. I love you too, man. I love the Orthodox Church. I think it's a beautiful church. And I think if we're talking about the one true church, Orthodox has one of the best arguments for being the one true church, right? It's right there for sure. I think there's some problems that are in it, just like Catholic. I think they have a really good argument for it too. And I think there's some problems in that as well. My thing is because I didn't stand up here and proclaim I am Orthodox, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of the Ortho bros got mad.
That you said.
I said that the Ortho bros are being douchebags. Yeah. All I said is that he was being a bit of a dick. I didn't even say he was wrong.
Anyway, there's a big difference between an Ortho bro and just an Orthodox person.
Amen.
So we like
Amen.
we like the Orthodox.
Just
we like all flavors here.
Another reminder for everybody on TikTok. I cannot take up TikTok guests today. If you want to join, you have to join it through the link that's on the screen. I don't like it either, but chat cannot hear you. I'm going to have to fix it later. Ortho bros are worse than Muslims in a lot of ways. Yeah. I'm actually, the only difference is like they have good arguments. That's the difference. They do have good arguments, but the pretentious debaggery that comes along with them is right on par with the Islamic community. And if it was just Ortho bros alone that represented the Orthodox Church, it would be the biggest deterrent from the church. Mm-hmm. What is an Ortho bro? Ortho bro is an Orthodox Christian that it gets really pretentious and debaggery, kind of like a Phil bro in that kind of sense, or a Red Pill bro. It's not the Orthodox Church I'm critiquing. I actually think the Orthodox Church is a wonderful church, a great church. And again, one of the best arguments towards, again, dog, I told you, you can't come up on these people don't listen. I kick the person off the thing and I say, you have to request through the link, and then they request again through the same thing. Yeah, but that happens throughout all denominations. I haven't seen it as much. Okay. I don't know how you're that stupid. You requested 3 times after I told you I cannot bring people up on TikTok. You have to request through the link.
I don't want to talk to them anyway.
You moron. Anyways, no, I haven't really seen that with a lot of other denominations to the douchebaggery level, right?
When they're
or the
condescending.
condescending, nose talking down attitude that comes with it. I haven't seen that. What's the other bro words? I'm old. Red pill would be in that category. The bro words, Phil bro, ortho bro, catho bro, right? Basically take anything that you believe in, throw a bro at the end of it, and you get like these condescending people who talk down their nose because you don't believe in the thing that they believe. And they think there's like it's like this like I'm more intelligent than you attitude. That's what it is. And I've seen it before. I've had issues with catho bros as well in the past. We we had one catho bro who wanted to debate me for being a simp for my wife, and said that because I like my wife, and he wanted to like do a debate on against me for simping for my wife and how I shouldn't be doing it, and I'm not really a Christian in that sense. There is no ortho bros. There are zealous people who lack constraint. That's not an ortho problem. No, I'm not. It's not an ortho problem. I already said that. Yeah.
They are bro.
And
Like they're orthodox.
Yeah, and Muslims would fall into this category too. It's not a Muslim bro, but we call them Dawa bros, right?
It's a bro problem. Any type of bro is not a pleasant person.
John bro, looking down on anyone who doesn't watch or have the name John. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. 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 Convince John he's a simp. If I am a simp. I am a simp for my wife.
I want to debate you and prove that you're a simp, but John just was like, I am.
Yeah. To be fair, I've been fighting tech demons too. They're crazy little frickers. We got that one too. We got this one. God gives his strongest warriors his toughest battles. Here's a few pennies. Appreciate you guys. Again, guys, don't feel like you have to donate today. I don't feel like I deserve your guys' money unless I'm providing the product that you guys are paying for. Today's a rough day. We're not really getting guests. We had a whole bunch of technical issues. So the fact that we've already passed our goal is way more than enough. Please restrain. When I provide good content, I will demand the money. Don't worry, I will. But I am an honorable man. Unless I give a product, I don't want your money. But if I give the product, you better open your damn wallet. You are the product. Let me take off my shirt. Another shirtless stream. Griftianity. We call it a business tree.
Somebody said you are the product, basically prostitution.
Yeah. Basically prostitution. I'll pay you when I want. Haha. Yeah, well, yeah, fair enough. You know what? The fact that your name's Potato is great because last night I was telling Abby how I'd never say no to a potato. It's a true story.
Is top tier. Well, they're not a vegetable. A root.
It's a root, yeah.
A root. Top tier. Like, is there a bad potato? We said only like a baked potato with nothing on it, but a loaded baked potato?
Yeah. If we keep giving, do we get an extra stream? Well, you might get an extra stream tonight because I'm going to have to fix the audio issues. But I think I'm going to go to jiu-jitsu tonight and work off some stress. And then I'll come back and I'll fix the audio issues.
That's fair. You can do that while
Abby gets groceries, yeah. Because I'm exhausted. I had stomach issues, this freaking tech issue. And yeah, I just want to go get choked out by some old men. We need a shirtless stream. We already did one of those. We already did a shirtless stream.
If you weren't there.
You missed it. You weren't lucky enough. I didn't know we were live, but I was shirtless.
We are matching t-shirts. John matched with me.
I just grabbed the t-shirt, just coincidental.
Sure.
There's times I intentionally match with you. It wasn't today. You're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not your dad. I thought I was.
What?
all you guys keep referring to me as dad.
True. Someone said I don't like sweet potato. I like sweet potato in certain contexts. I don't enjoy sweet potato fries over regular fries.
That is crazy work. Sweet potato fries with the sweet potato sauce is top tier. Is like the peak, absolute peak. I don't know how you. I
accidentally made a really good thing though. Remember where I roasted sweet potato cubes and then we had like chili on it with sour cream and bacon.
She's an excellent cook, by the way. I've been so blessed. She keeps me fed. She keeps my house clean. She doesn't complain. She doesn't nag. It's perfect. Perfect woman.
Thanks.
Perfect woman. You know what they say about a naggy wife?
Leaky roof.
It's like a leaky roof. Leaky roof. All right, guys. I don't know what to do now. Because
We can keep talking about potatoes. Potato wedges are awesome. We're gonna get potato wedges tonight.
yeah, we're gonna get wedges and chicken tonight. Proverb 31 woman. Yep, 100%. And she goes and makes money too. Like she does side work.
That's
and
part
goes
of
and
being
makes
a
money.
Proverbs.
Yeah, she goes and makes an extra income, which helps. Which really helps because then at the end of the month, when we do all our finances, and I'm like, okay, I got to pay you this amount. How much did you make? And then she goes, I made this, and then I could subtract that from the amount I pay her, and then the rest goes into an expense account, expense or savings account, depending on what we need more that month. So like expense account goes to buying things like that software that we just bought today. That's what the expense account is for, and then obviously savings is for savings for life and things like that. The Proverbs 31 woman has maids. Should we get her wife maids? Listen, if we want to get maids for my wife, hey, listen, I'm more than happy to get her maids, but we can't afford it yet. So
I would love
that's on
cleaner.
you.
Potato tips. Part boil buds before roasting. Microwave.
Don't tell me what to do. That one was delayed. Thank you though.
My sister makes good roasted potatoes where like she peels them and boils them a bit, and then she puts them in a strainer and she shakes it up so that they get all rough around the edges, and then she boils it in like a layer of, or she roasts it in a layer of oil, and they get like really crispy. They're yummy.
No, there are no collars. None. That's why we're talking about potatoes. Yeah, so there are no collars. That's mainly a TikTok issue. Again, we're going to try to fix that tonight and see what the issue is or exactly what happened there.
How did we meet? We met at a jiu-jitsu gym.
She made me cookies,
I did make them. Well, I made everybody cookies.
but I ended up taking the whole thing
You
home.
took the rest of them home.
Yeah, everybody took like a cookie, and then there's like a whole box left. I'm like, can I have this?
They weren't for you, but that's why you fell in love with me.
And it's the cookies. I didn't fall in love with you then. I had no attraction to you then at all.
I know.
Which is crazy. There were years of friendship. There was nothing between us. Not a thing. That's the truth. And which was good because I was in a relationship at the time. It would have been bad if I had a attraction to her. You said you met on Craigslist. Obviously, that was a joke.
Yeah.
What about Reddit? My Irish genes are telling me this stream is GOAT. Thank you. Where do you get them, on Amazon or what?
Little Irish nanny.
Is TikTok all rage bait? Mostly, yeah. All right, guys. Again, if you guys want to join, link is pinned in the pinned thing. If you're watching on the Shorts chat, it's in the description. If you're watching on the horizontal chat, it's in the bio. If you're watching on TikTok, it's right there on the screen. If you need help spelling it out, I can help you spell it out. But we got no guess. And again, this is not unique to me. I've seen other people have these issues as of late too. I watched some other lives yesterday, and everybody had the issue.
It is summertime.
No one was calling in. I met my last girlfriend on Craigslist, but I wasn't looking for a date. Ooh. Last girl I went on a date with, thought I'd like her before I actually did because apparently I looked over at her too much.
Oof. That should have been your first red flag. Let alone the Council of Women.
I'm chatting in my shorts. Yeah, Council of Women is like an instant red flag. That's an instant no.
Too harsh. Before you said before, I was right.
No.
And I was like, John, was that too harsh or is that a red flag?
I knew.
Big red flag.
I knew instantly. I knew right away. As soon as she said Council of Women, I knew you were cooked. I knew it was done because a woman's mind. Yeah, I'm going to speak for all humanity right now. A woman's mind. If she likes you, she's not going to a council to see if you're good enough to be with. She's already made up her mind. She's going to the council to talk about all the things she didn't like. And then the friends are also all they're going to do. That's what girlfriends do, is talk about how awful somebody is and how they shouldn't be with them. Like, just go watch Like, go watch videos where like guys approach girls like in the street, and they'll walk up to a girl and that girl will be interested, and all their friends will like circle around the girl. She's not interested. Step away. It's just what they do, man.
It's true.
It's just what they do.
Of random women, not like a group, like not like, oh, I'm out with a close friend,
Yeah.
but random.
Like if she was like, I'm gonna go to my best friend and just talk to her,
Yeah.
that would have been a different story.
Yeah,
But a
big
council of women, you're cooked.
because and the fun. So they're gonna hone in on the drama, not the like. It's boring if it was a good date and you're a great guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If
They
you,
don't want to sit there and go like, yeah, that sounds like it went really well.
they're just gonna focus on all the negative things. I guarantee it, man.
He said, yeah, I figured you were right, but I had to cope. Bless you.
No, that I would have been like, listen, if you're ever in that situation again, if you're like, oh yeah, before I need to go on a second date, I have to ask all my friends, and I'd just be like, okay, well, there's no second date. Like, are you kidding me? You're not a grown adult. You can't make up your own mind. You can't figure this out yourself. See ya. Have a great day. Why are today's women insufferable? It's because of women's suffrage.
There's also like really insufferable men.
There is, yeah.
So it's not just a woman.
It's not it's not unique. I just want to make the joke. Yagiz. Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? Could be me. I'm gonna reload. Yagiz, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
Hello?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 19. I can't hear you through the tiny URL link. I can hear you through the streamer.
It's an issue on your end, not on mine, because it worked for everyone else. It's an issue on your end, not on mine, because it worked for everyone else.
All right, let me actually try to figure that out real quick then.
I suspected the woman I was dating was a communist. Her bed sheets were a massive red flag. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's amazing how you can't ask Google, does the church think that the four gospels were written by what? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. No idea what you're talking about. I've clearly never studied. We'll come up and have a conversation. Oh no, you're talking about somebody else. Because communists use a giant red flag. Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Did you get it fixed?
Yes, I got it fixed finally.
Awesome, man. All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
So I saw in the chat that you were an atheist before and you turned Christian. So you definitely know a lot about the subject. You've been in both sides. I'm a deist, but I would hate convincing you to be one because you've definitely done your own research too. I just wanted to bring some opinions and topics to the table of why I don't believe it, and I want to see what you think about it.
Okay, are you here to convince me or no?
I mean, based on my opinions, maybe you'll get convinced. I don't know.
All right, hit me. What's the argument?
So looking at Genesis, I feel like the whole topic of Earth being created and how life is created with Adam and the breath of life and with other topics, I feel like there's contradictions when it comes to things that we're supposed to take as serious and things that we're not supposed to take as serious, like the saying that Earth was created in 7 days. People sometimes take that literally, but sometimes people bring up the fact that, oh, God is actually meaning that a day is seen as 1,000 days in the God's view, which doesn't really make sense to me what we're supposed to see as metaphor and what we're supposed to see as real. Because if we see it as real with God making Earth in 7 days, it would mean that dinosaurs and humans existed in the same time, which is impossible. And it also denies other history with fossils and, you know, the Grand Canyon. There's no way the Grand Canyon would be what it is with, according to the Bible's timeline, around like 6,000 to 10,000 years.
So what's the argument?
I don't believe that the Bible represents an accurate timeline for how long the earth has been created for.
Okay. Can you substantiate it?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like with the Grand Canyon, like it's impossible if it says in the Bible that the earth was created in 7 days, it would mean that.
How did it take 7 days to create the earth if the sun hadn't existed yet?
What do you mean? Or create everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, August, I think it was Augustine that said this. It's silly to think it took 7 days for God to create the earth when he had to create the sun.
Then
right?
Why should
the sun came on the what, third day or something like that? So how are we measuring days? Like there's just like people back then weren't stupid. They understood how a day works.
I mean, that's exactly why I'm confused too, because it wouldn't make sense for it to be made in 7 days.
Right.
But then why does it say 7 days in the Bible?
Well, I'm trying to get you to think about it.
I mean, I'm thinking about it, makes no scientific sense, but people read the Bible as if everything in it is the truth.
Okay, do you think people in the past were stupid?
Like in comparison to what we know now in science now, yes.
So no, I didn't ask what they knew. I asked if you thought they were stupid.
No.
Okay. So they're not stupid. Do you think people understood how a day worked 6,000 years ago?
Yes.
Okay. So the author, because the author of Genesis, is not a stupid person. So he wrote, it took 7 days, and then wrote the sun was created on the third day. Do you think he just didn't know how days worked?
No.
Okay. So if that's the case, do you think he's trying to give a scientific explanation, or do you think he's trying to give like what do you call it? Analogous, an explanation, hyperbole, metaphor, poetry?
But I feel like that's the issue. Like, shouldn't the Bible be taken as literal?
Why should it be?
Because isn't it the word of God?
Could God give you a poem?
I mean, I haven't thought of it like that, but I guess.
Okay. So just because it's the word of God doesn't mean that it has to be taken hyper literal. I mean, Jesus is God. He is the word of God, and he gave parables. Those parables aren't literal stories.
If it is the word of God, but people shouldn't read it as literal. They should try to make their
some parts you
own.
read literal, some parts you read metaphorical. You got to learn how to read. Just like when you read a history book and a history book tells you about a poem someone wrote, you're not going to read the poem literally.
But with poems, there's so many meanings that you can derive from the wording, and everything included in it. There's no like one simple road answer, which I feel like a religious book should have.
Why should it? Why is that your answer? There should only be one simple path. Jesus himself gave parables, and people didn't understand the parables. And he had to reveal what the parables meant to his own followers.
I just feel like that makes it like kind of unreliable, like with contradictions, like the fact that they would have to clear it up. It makes me feel like the fact that they're clearing it up is because people are realizing it doesn't make sense, and they're still trying to
right,
hold
but that's
them
just your
belief.
feelings, man. Feelings has nothing to do with the actual information.
But I mean, does that not really make sense to you? Like when it's said in the Bible that heaven and hell are in the skies, I forget what passage it's from, but people were trying to build a structure in Babylon to build up and try to see heaven. And it said that the reason the world has different languages, people speak different languages, is because God didn't like that and he struck the building and made it so people can't communicate with each other. That's how different languages were proposed.
Okay, well, that's a horrible butcher of the story. Hold on. Your live is not eligible for recommendations, restricted in search results as we have detected a suspicious activity that might invite the integrity and the authenticity of our policies. If we have made a mistake, you can appeal. Didn't even tell me why. We just suspect you're doing something wrong. We have suspicions. TikTok, eat my butthole. You guys are sensitive little twerps, man. It's like living in China. From China. All right, bro. So let's take your interpretation of the Tower of Babel. Why is it wrong?
It doesn't really make sense to why that's what like different languages would be created like.
Why not?
I mean, I don't know. Like it just really doesn't make sense to me. It's making me really hard to believe that's how it
Okay.
would be made. I just want to see a view where that would be real.
Again, you're just telling me your feelings, bro. I don't know how to deal with your feelings. Like I'm not trying to throw a shot at you, but I'm not your therapist.
No, I totally understand, but like trying to convince you to think that, like, do you believe in that?
Yeah.
Could you tell me why?
Because the Bible says so.
Okay. What I have a question. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. What made you go from atheist to Christian?
The links are in my YT. Testimony is there.
Okay. Were you raised in a Catholic household?
All right, God bless. Me, go to the link. I'm going to keep asking the question. Nice guy, though. Nice kid. But one of the better 19-year-olds have come up. Again, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, I cannot bring people up on the multi-guest. You have to come through the link. You have to come through the link. Here is my testimony right there, bro. If you want to go join it, that's where it is. That's where it is.
Watch it.
Mm-hmm. How can you demonstrate God had anything done, let alone exist?
What?
The topic is for you to convince me. Why don't you come up? Why don't you come up and convince me God's not real and Christianity's false? I'd be very curious to hear your arguments. There's a lot of keyboard warriors. A lot of keyboard warriors. And then they accuse us of wanting to be in echo chambers too. Shabbat shalom. Yeah, TikTok. I got to figure out a way to get off TikTok completely. It's pretty wild how horribly they control and monetize and try to force things. Like I don't have this issue anywhere else. Like there's literally like I'm on Kick now as well, and Kick literally has an option that I can click it and it says I'm multi-streaming, and that's perfectly fine. Go for it. But TikTok's like, nah, bro, you got to stay right here, only with us. Can you give me a little space? Stay with us. Stay with us. And then they restrict you and ban you everything that you say. And it's like, why would I want to stay with you guys? You guys are in an abusive relationship. Oh, did you say something I didn't like? Okay, you can't see your friends.
That's good.
My God. It literally is, though. It literally is. We used to get people in the shorts, but then YouTube changed the algorithm, and it started just pumping out the shorts to the same amount of people it pumped out the horizontals. It's asking for a password. What is the password?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That's pretty good. I think.
You think? Hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you? 50.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
All right, man. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
Okay. I guess I wanted to ask first, with believing in Jesus, do you also accept the Old Testament to be true?
Yep.
Okay, so do you understand the Old Testament to be literal historical events, or do you understand it to be largely metaphorical?
Depends on the part of the Old Testament. For example, I don't think the Psalms
So,
are historical.
for example, Noah's Ark.
Yeah, I think Noah's Ark is an historical event, but you can hold to Matthew Lynch's perspective where it's parable.
Okay, so I guess my argument would be that Noah's Ark is genuinely impossible. And if the Bible is meant to sort of like, I guess, like detail like historical events, then that would make the Bible unreliable and therefore false.
Okay, prove it's impossible.
That Noah's Ark is impossible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have a boat or the ark that isn't even the size of the Titanic. It gives you the dimensions in the book. And so in the Bible, it's set, or in Genesis specifically, it talks about like the kinds of animals that are on the ark. It's I believe it says every land animal for the most part, or every land creature, and
It
then
says
it gives like a
two of
bunch
every
of
kind.
details. Well, 2 to 14 of every kind, depending if
Mm-hmm.
it was clean or unclean.
Yeah, the problem with the size of the boat is Ken Ham, as much as I don't agree or like him, I think he's pretty awful. He built a replica of the boat and put the animals on it to show it could be done.
Okay, and then so since there's like millions of animals that live on
It's
Earth,
millions of
and there's
species, there's
2
not
to
millions of
14.
kinds.
Okay, so may I ask if you accept the theory of evolution?
Can you prove it to me?
Well, how else would we have the species of today without evolution, assuming only kinds got on the boat?
Yeah, that's the part that Christians disagree about is the changing of kind.
Yeah, so what is it? What I'm asking it, how would that be possible? It would you would the animals that exist today would only well, unless they underwent some like I guess hyper evolution where like they all just evolved really fast, so then we got all the species of today, but otherwise that wouldn't really be
Do you know
possible
what I
because
mean when I say kinds?
yes, I know what you mean, or I'm assuming I know what you mean when you say
What do I
kinds.
mean?
Like the cat kind, you didn't have like a tiger, a leopard, like a lion all on
Yeah.
the ark. You just had like one cat, or like 2 to 14 of each quote unquote cat kind.
Yeah.
I assume that's what you mean, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and so what I'm saying is that within it, because Noah's Ark, to my understanding, only happened a few thousand years ago, as detailed in the Bible. So unless you had some hyper evolution,
Well, like
you
almost
wouldn't have all the
like
species of
6,000 years
today
ago.
from just a few
Six thousand,
kinds.
like 10,000 years ago. Actually, probably older than that. But
Okay,
anyway,
even so, you still wouldn't have that without some kind of
how do you
hyper
know?
evolution. How do I know? Because I understand the theory of evolution to enough of an understanding that I would know that's not possible.
Well, I've been convinced. I understand the Bible enough to know that God exists.
So you understand the Bible enough to understand that a literally impossible story is not possible. Is
You
not
haven't convinced me. You
possible.
haven't convinced me it's not possible. You just said I understand evolution well enough to know it's not possible. Okay, well, I'm gonna use your
Okay,
same argument. I understand the Bible well enough to know that evolution's not possible.
because if you only have a certain number, like if you only have 2 to 14 of every, I guess, quote unquote animal kind, you're not there's no way to end up with every species you have today
How do you know?
unless those animals evolved.
How do you know?
How do I know how do I know that how else would you end up with the animal? Like they just
So the
appeared
way
out of
that you
nothing?
know is because how else would you? How do you know?
How do that's why I'm like, how else would the animal like that's what I'm confused about. Like, so the animals just appeared out of nothing then? Like all the
I didn't make that
species?
claim.
If
You said it's
evolution,
impossible to get all the different types of kinds that we have from the ark to now. How do you know?
well, to our scientific understanding, we know that evolution, I guess, works. Like we
How do
know.
they know? How do they know? I'm not asking, do we know? I'm asking, how do they know?
How do we know that evolution works? That how it describe based on studying species, we could look at fossil records, we can look at
We can look at the fossil. Show me the
microorganisms.
fossil
Like,
records.
you want me to show you like fossil? Have you not done any research on this at all?
Have you?
This is a waste of time. You're an idiot.
So no is the answer. You have not done research.
This is a waste of time and I'm an idiot. That's what he said.
Because he-
That was the final thing. Hey, Meek, I don't believe in the thing you haven't provided evidence for. Do you have evidence for? Are you an idiot? I guess so. I guess me wanting evidence for something being true makes me an idiot.
Even the thing
Jason
you haven't provided
Voorhees.
evidence for, do you
Hello,
have
how are
evidence
you?
for?
And just real quick, how old are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm 28. How old are you?
I'm 35. Right, Abby?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, I'm not. Can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
Yeah, I can. I can. Certainly I can.
Okay.
But I just want to know, firstly, do you believe in the 5 solas?
No, that doesn't even make sense. It's a contradiction.
Why? Sola fide and sola gratia?
5 solas?
Yeah, the 5 solas. Do you know them?
5 soul?
The 5 the solas, the Latin principles that
What is
emerged.
sola? What does the word sola
It
mean?
means soul, solely that. Like, for
Means by
example, sola
itself, right?
scriptura. No,
Yeah, so-
no.
Solely
no.
that.
What I'm
Solely
talking,
that means by itself, right?
yeah, by itself, but solely
Right.
alone, basically.
5
So,
solas?
yeah, so it's 5
5
solas,
solely
basically.
alones?
Yeah, 5 solely alones.
That's a contradiction.
No, it's not. I mean, if you want to be pedantic, you can look at it as a contradiction, but that's not the point. I just want to determine. It's not my belief, but I'm just asking: do you accept at least 2 of them, sola fide and sola gratia?
I cannot accept 2 solas. That's a contradiction.
Okay, so let's basically just simply look at the terminology then: fide and gratia. Do you accept that?
Now, what do you mean by those words?
Well, fide, in the sense that justification is received strictly through faith in Christ, not by human works. And gratia is that salvation is entirely an unearned gift of God's grace, but only to a certain elect. So, in other words, there's that salvation is basically purely for the elect, not for humanity itself or for the whole of mankind. And I just want to know whether it creates a theological paradox for your belief.
Yeah, so I think the semantics are going to be the issue. It's declared by the earliest church and the councils that you cannot say that you're saved by your own works, right? For example, the Council of Trent, the Council of Trent made the declaration that you cannot say it. It's by God's grace that you are saved. But what that means in comparison to like who believe in the 5 solas and those people who believe in that version of the sola fide is very different, right? And what that entails. What faith is differs in the Christian perspective, but ultimately the attitudes and the behaviors are going to be the same.
So you believe in corporate election or kind of universal provision? Is that correct?
What?
Well, basically, what you're saying is you believe that salvation is there for the whole of humanity, not just for an exclusive individual group.
Yeah, I don't believe that there is a select people that God has chosen. When it says that God
didn't die.
When
So Jesus didn't die for the elect. He didn't die for the elect. He died for all of humanity.
See, this is why you don't do the 301 questions, guys, because they look for the gotcha and the traps. No.
I don't want to trap you. I'm just curious knowing your position.
You are trying to trap, right? You're saying,
Okay, that's fine.
now
Let me
you're
leave it out.
disagreeing
I
with
was just
scripture.
curious. I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out. Forget it.
Okay.
Forget I asked that question.
So
here's the point.
Let me answer the question.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
All right.
Go ahead.
The elect are those that God foreknew would accept the gospel, not that those that God had hand selected. Those are two different things. That's what I'm trying to say, is the semantics are different, what those terms actually mean. So God knows, right, that who he foreknow, he preordained to give the gospel. That's what it says in the Gospel of John, paraphrasing of it. So the elect are those people who would willingly accept the gospel if they hear it. So God made it so they could accept the gospel. But it's by their own free will and their own choice that they do so, not because he gave them unresistible grace according to Calvinism.
Yeah, but that's a predetermined elect at the same time. Am I correct?
No, it's not. They're not predetermined. Those people are not selected by God. They're not selected by God. God knows that God knows that they will accept the gospel. So therefore, God actualizes a world where they would hear it.
I get the point, but I'm saying he already knows who these individuals are. So how are you so sure that you are not part of that? You are not part of that list. Are you sure that you're part of that list?
I can't say for certainty that I will be saved. I have a high confidence in it.
So for decades, the idea that people go out with this kind
I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you now because all you're doing is asking me 7 million questions. What's your argument?
Okay, leave it out. Leave it out. I'll leave that out. I'm sorry to trouble you. So you want me to convince you that Jesus is not God? Am I correct?
You could to stop worshiping him, but that would also entail I would stop worshiping him if you convince me he's not God.
Okay, well then I could probably make the argument that if Jesus is God, then some of the laws that he would have inspired would be unjust.
Yeah, you have to give a standard on what just is.
Okay, so let me basically give you an example, practical demonstration. In Exodus 21, verse 20 to 21, it says that if a master... First. Well, the standard is... Well, what do you mean standard? Standard of good and bad, good and evil?
I need a methodology for determining what is good and what is evil. Anything
that causes harm to an individual is bad.
Anything that causes harm. So anything that is in the anything that is in the category of causing harm to an individual is considered bad.
Well, let's look at a certain universal aspect.
No, is that what you said?
Well, maybe let me define it more specifically because that could be viewed as arbitrary. So can we agree, at least from a universal point of view, that having somebody under subjugation and subjecting them to physical abuse would be wrong?
No.
Are you saying that just simply because of the fact that you won't be able to provide a decent apologetic to what I'm going to present? Or are you simply being facetious?
No,
I'll tell you why.
He's not going to answer the question. He's just going to yap.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so in Exodus 21, verse 20 to 21, it says that if a master beats a slave to death, the master must be punished.
Every Christian has heard the verse 1,000 billion times, 100 trillion times.
No, they haven't. They haven't.
Really? Okay, hold on. Before you answer, Christians, all the Christians in the chat, have you heard this verse?
1,000 times, my friend.
Ask them. What did they say? Most that I speak to don't know the verse.
Yes, 200,000 times. Yes, I've heard the verse. Yep, yes. Which one? Yes. It's pathetic. We're not on John's side. Repeatedly, no, yes, 100% all the time. Yes, yeah. Too many times. Yep, of course. Yes, too many times. Yep, yes. Earlier today, in fact, yes, 1,000 million times. No, I mean yes. Ad nauseum, over and over and over, to the point I memorized it almost always. Yes, of course. Yes. Beating a dead horse over 9,000 times. We all know it 1,000 times. When I was a Christian,
no, they don't. They don't. I'll tell you why. They don't.
Lying.
They don't. They don't because they don't know the implications. It says here that if a slave survives for a day or two, the master is not punished because a slave.
We know it.
Okay.
I
so
just
I'm a
heard
dummy.
this the other day.
In church, so are they preaching this in church?
Not.
Are they? Are they preaching this? Okay, so here's a point, my friend. This is the issue. If Jesus inspired that particular text explicitly recognizes slaves as property and permits corporal punishment as long as the slave does not die quickly, and that effectively allows a master to walk free simply because the beaten slave managed to survive for 48 hours. I'm saying that would a just God inspire that?
Yes.
Are you? Why would you say that? Why would you make such a claim that he would inspire that? He would inspire oppression?
Yeah, you said would, right? You didn't ask me to say that he did. Those are two different things. Would a just God do it? I say yes. Right now, you're
On
asking
what
me to prove
basis?
that he did. Those are two different questions.
I literally hear
Okay,
of this
so let me
verse
ask you
daily
this
in the
question.
Hold on.
chat. Nothing new.
Yeah, we hear this all the time. This is such old news, man.
No,
It
you
doesn't
don't
convince
hear
any
this
of
all the
us.
time. I'm
Why
saying
do you think we're lying?
Well, you know why
You're
the
being a
why I'm
wiener.
raising. You're not speaking to an atheist, and I'm not speaking to an atheist.
I know.
Here's the
Oh, we
problem.
know you're not an atheist.
Yeah, here's the problem. Both of us within polemics and apologetics. Now, I just want to get to the bottom of this whole thing. We make claims against each other: Christians against Muslims, Muslims against Christians. My problem is, why is it in Christian polemics there are critiques against Islam on maybe passages like this in a hadith or something they may find in the Quran in 434? But you don't hold yourself, you maintain a duplicitous double standard when it comes to the biblical passages and Bible verses, which are in fact worse than what you've got in the
Dog,
Quran.
are you arguing with other Christians? You're arguing with me.
Okay,
'Cause I
so from
literally-
your perspective, then
hold on, smart guy. I literally did an entire live yesterday, and the Christians can vouch for this, where I made a big rant for like 15 minutes how Christians should stop arguing moral perspectives specifically against Islam because they have to substantiate their viewpoint first. Christians
Okay,
who
so that
watched
means-
yesterday's live, did you not see me do that?
Well, you unique, you're an aberration, because you can maintain some form of consistency, but I don't see that a lot. But this still raises a problem. If you are a theologian, why would God want to inspire a situation and a scenario where he would allow abuse of slaves who are his servants? Why?
Dog, so you're gonna hold on. You just told us that we should stop doing that, and then you yourself are doing it. Did Muhammad have slaves?
It's questionable whether he did.
It's not questionable. The hadith says he
No,
has
it is
slaves.
questionable. It is no, it's
Okay, so
questionable.
you
Heavily
disagree with the
questionable.
hadith.
Absolutely,
Oh
because
yeah, absolutely.
because
So
the
Muhammad
Quranic
didn't have slaves.
the Quranic passage.
Did Muhammad sleep with a 9-year-old?
No, he did not.
Oh, he did not. Right, we're going to disagree with
No,
those
he did
hadiths
not.
too.
You know why I say that's not what I'm saying.
Muhammad is a perfect moral man, and you're just going to disagree with all your hadiths.
I challenge you to look at. I challenge you to look at
Do you
Joshua
hold-
Little's
do you hold the
500
hadith?
page.
Do you hold to the hadith?
In what sense?
Do you think they are
In
true?
what sense? It depends. It's a narratology. It's a narrative. Some are true, some are not
Do
true.
you
You have
think
to obviously
hadith records accurate, truthful information?
not entirely, not 100% true.
What is
Does that
okay?
help
Great.
you?
What is your methodology and mechanism on determining which hadith are true and which one are false?
There's two criteria. One is the tradition. There's two criteria. One is the traditional criteria, which was the isnad chain of transmission, which is again questionable, and the other is the matan. The matan in Arabic, which would mean the text. If the textual content goes against the morality and framework of the Quran, you would reject it entirely. So effectively, if something in the hadith speaks about the death or killing of apostates and the Quran doesn't point to that, then by extension, you can understand it's something which was invented at a later time.
The Quran literally says that the waiting period for those who have not menstruated will be 3 months. What are they waiting for?
That's basically to determine in the event that that particular marriage can basically result in a reconciliation. So when the divorce is pronounced, you're flipping the script. When the divorce is pronounced, there's a 3-month waiting period, which is called the iddah. Let me explain it to you.
I believe you. I believe you. So they divorced somebody who had not menstruated?
Momo is definitely not the example
yes, you can.
anyone
Yes,
should follow.
yes, you can.
Hadith
Yes, you can.
Science is a
Yes,
joke.
you can. In Surah 65, verse 4, you can divorce somebody who has not menstruated, but that doesn't mean that's a child.
Who are those,
it uses
who
the term
have
woman.
not menstruated?
No. Don't jump to conclusions. There are various categories, because if you want to play that gutter game, I'll just point. If you want to play that game, I can point out to Numbers 31 verse 17, which allows for
that was my point.
No, that's the whole point. Firstly,
no, you're an actual idiot. Shut up and listen for a second. My whole point is that we shouldn't point at the moral atrocities in each other's book, and then you kept pointing at mine, and I said you're a hypocrite because look at your book.
Well, the book doesn't basically point to a prepubescent marriage. That's the whole point. You're making an argument
then who
based
are those
on some
who have
sort of
not
fallacious
menstruated?
reasoning. No, but that could be basically as a result of a medical condition. Most scholars point out that if it referred to young girls, it wouldn't have used the word nisa.
Okay.
There's a specific Arabic
Okay,
word
so
for
just think
young
about that
girls,
for a
which means
second.
bigger, right?
Muhammad.
uses the Arabic
Okay,
word nisa,
hold
which
on,
means
hold
women.
on, hold on. What are they waiting for again? They're waiting 3 months to
They're
make sure
waiting
they're
for
what?
potential reconciliation.
They're
Or
waiting 3
possibly
months to
whether
make sure they're what?
no, a possible reconciliation, or possibly whether the marriage itself could result in childbirth.
Childbirth, great. So women
Yeah.
who don't menstruate, can they birth children?
Well, it depends if they've got a condition. From what I can understand, in many instances, they're going to have a medical condition by virtue of possibly not being able to give birth. So, in light of that, when the Quran uses the word nisa, it speaks specifically of women. If it meant girls, it would have used the Arabic term bikr, which would mean a young girl.
You're running. You're running. Women who do not have the ability to menstruate, can they get pregnant?
Yeah.
You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I'm an
Yes.
idiot. When the
Yes, you're
And just a wiener.
an actual idiot. Like not even like a metaphorical or symbolic, like actually low IQ idiot. Women who cannot menstruate can give birth. Got it.
He's the worst.
Also, again, guys, I cannot accept guests on TikTok. Dog, I kicked you. Get out of here. Bring us the backbone. Yeah, that was. I despise talking to Muslims with a passion, And right now, it's the popular thing to talk about. I've never related so much more to Than when he said that he was talking about it yesterday. He can't wait for this. I was watching his live. He's like, I can't wait for this Islamic debate to stop being popular because it's just the worst. It's absolutely the worst. And in a couple years, it'll be some other form. We'll be back to atheists, I hope. I hope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the absolute rare medical disorder. No one ever heard about that.
Yeah, Muhammad was like, "Oh, I should include that one too."
Let's make
just in
sure.
case.
We're talking about old women, normal women, and let's make sure that we specifically bring up this one very rare medical condition that women have, and let's focus specifically on that, and not actually bring it up that it's a medical condition. And then let's have all of the people who did commentaries on that also not understand it was a medical condition. Let's take that route. Christianity is shrinking. Well, it was for a while between the 1950s up to like the 2000s. Yeah, but we're actually on the incline again. So there's a growth now, which is what you expect to see. You can't look at something within the problem of like looking at things and saying if it's growing or shrinking. It's like, when's the time period, right? If we go all the way back to when Jesus came, it's still growing. But if you confine the time period from the 50s to now, then it's shrinking. That's the problem with looking at graphs to see if something is growing or shrinking. Is that you have to arbitrarily select the lines. Zardis, hello, how are you? And just real quick, how old are you?
20.
All right, can you convince me to stop worshiping Jesus?
I wanted to go back to the point, if you don't mind.
No.
That you were making. Okay, no, that's good. I was gonna go anyways. All right. I just wanted to make a quick point, but yeah.
Good job cooking that guy, Big John. God bless. Thank you. Appreciate you. Christianity is shrinking. Narrow is the gate. Amen. Amen. Although, here's the thing. Jesus won't come back until the world is ready to accept him. That's the thing, too. So we do want to see Christianity grow. But overall, all of time period, the vast majority of people aren't going to make it. Can I perm ban him? Unfortunately not. Yeah. Unfortunately not. Yeah, there are more Christians now than there were in the first century. Amen. Amen. That's the thing. That's also the issue with the global warming measurements. Like, yes, the Earth has global warming, but if you go back far enough, then it doesn't. That's the issue. A good person is a bad Muslim. A bad Muslim is a good person. I bet. All right, Abby, entertain.
Okay. I'm pretty hungry.
Hi, pretty hungry. I'm John.
Bert was being so weird earlier. He was like coming up to my chair in like stalking mode. And then if I kind of like, if my chair creaked, he'd like flinch. And he's just staring in the corner. And then he like circled around my desk and doing the same thing. I don't know what he was looking at, but he's very interested. Something else spooky happened to me the other day. I was early to work at the gym, and I was sitting at my little desk, and there was just one mom and her son there, and the entire building was empty because we were early. And then all of a sudden, I heard like almost sounded like a recording of like children playing and laughing and like screaming and stuff. And I looked at the mom, and she heard it too. And then all of a sudden, it just stopped. And then we looked around. We looked in like the change rooms. We looked everywhere. There's no one in the building. It was very spooky. I told John and he didn't care. He did not give me the reaction that he wanted. I feel like women will know this, is that men are terrible at giving reactions.
Okie doke. Okie doke. I really hope I could fix the audio problems before I spent the $70. Although here's the thing.
Return it?
No, not Elgato doesn't have a return policy.
That's slimy.
Now, here's the thing, though. I can use both programs. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. It's just a little bit more encumbersome on my computer. So if I have to go back to using the old program, I could still go back and still keep using the software, which is pretty great. The fact that I could play my phone here and you guys can't hear it is amazing. Or I can clickety-clack on my keyboard and you can't hear it is pretty amazing. That's pretty dope. I can't wait to go back and listen to see how this sounds. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. You guys are going to hear double feedback. Wow, that is pretty isolating. Not as crisp and clear though as before. That's the issue. I think it might be too powerful.
Can you
the
like turn it down?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn down just a little bit right now. I'm gonna turn it down to about halfway. I think it's too powerful. We'll go about 50%. How's that, folks? How's that? How's that? Super chats. Good question.
I thought you just did them.
Why do orthobros hate ecumenism? I don't know. Some of us are existential philbros, John. We don't know what adult or decision it means, let alone how to make one. Dinosaurs or dragons changed my mind. Fair. I literally hear of that verse daily in shorts chat. Nothing new. It's common.
But you're just lying. You're lying.
You're lying about it. ChatGPT here, Momo, is definitely not an example anyone should follow. Hadith science is a joke. Yes.
Do you remember that?
What?
That's the guy that thought Shake's super chat was ChatGPT.
Oh, yeah.
Last time.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I got to compare it to the old lives, though. That's the thing. I got to compare it to the old lives. Because the old lives, they sounded really, everybody always compliments me. I sounded crisp and clear and all that. So. Sneeko debated Alex Jones. No, I didn't see that. Didn't see that at all. Let's I want to have a quick list 10. That sounds pretty good. I don't think it sounds as crisp and clear as before, though.
No, I don't think so either.
No, that sucks. That sucks. Wow. Bless you. Bless you. So we might have to route it all through back to the old system, which not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I could try turning this up. Check 1 2 1 2. Hey. Does that sound better or worse? Turn that up to like 30%. Seeing as how there's no callers, we might as well start doing tech issues now. That sounds good. What do you think, Abby?
Yeah, I think so.
You hear light, electrical hissing in the background. Does everyone hear that?
That's me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not electrical hissing. It's literally, you can hear the fan from my computer. That's what that is. Your mic is not as directional as mine. Does everyone hear the light electrical hissing, or is that just that one person? Oh, you guys are arguing with each other.
Usually.
It's a fun, I don't even like. Is this even my chat? I'm not even seeing anybody that I know in there.
Yeah.
Did you buy an extra ventilator for the G-Force? Trust me, many didn't, and it was bad. An extra ventilator? What do you mean? You hear it, you hear it, you hear it. Turn that thing back up then. Where it was. About there, I guess. There, I think, is where it was. It should be gone now, hopefully. Hopefully it's gone now. Yeah. Yeah. So I was just picking up the fan. Oh, the cool. Yeah. Well, I got an OC, so it's got 3 fans on it, and it just goes. Yeah, it wasn't the mic, but it should be gone now. Should be gone now. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. That's because I was listening back to myself. How can a Christian win a taco? You can't. You got Lord Jesus Christ. You don't need a taco. You don't need a taco. Doesn't sound as good and crisp as it did before, though. That's gonna be something that bugs me. Maybe I can return the software. We'll find out, and I'll just go back to the old system. The old system worked great. So, graphic card in the hospital? No, it's just got an extra cooler on it because it's the OC. It's running just fine now. Yeah, I'm only using 30%, as I can see. Doubling down on fallacies. What fallacies am I doubling down on? Again, guys.
It might not be you, good.
Come up in the queue, man. Come up in the queue. Big Jesus told me that you would give me a taco today. You got to be careful what you say, man, because if I don't give you a taco, you just committed blasphemy.
Uh-oh.
So you might want to repent. Yes, this is the SM7B. Yep. Yeah. Jesus is the Lord of the taco. Amen. Amen. That is true. Very true. Say, Mike. Well, this is the MV7. Sorry. It's in the same family of the SM7B. That's the very same family, but this one is a little bit different, a little bit cheaper. This one has its own preamp in it. With the SM7B, you have to get a preamp, a cloud preamp with it. I didn't want to do that. Do you want to make me a blasphemer? That was on you, bro. That was on you. So you better repent and ask for forgiveness. Because again, if that doesn't happen, you've committed blasphemy. Did you miss anything? No. Today it's been a very awful live. Very awful live. There's so many things that we got to figure out later on tonight, and I'm not looking forward to it. Kind of regret switching everything over now just so I could have controls in front of me. I did it all just so I could control it right here without having to control it over there. Literally from here to there. That's it. It's the OCD. But it's also great because I can see where everything is right on this little screen, which is that's the part I liked. And then I had individual controls. All right, we might call it, guys, so that way I could spend like 30 minutes looking at things before we hit take off and I go.
It is that time.
Well, we started late today too. We've been starting late a lot. My sleep's been really jacked up, and we got to try to fix those issues. I sound clear, very clear. That's good. I don't think I sound as clear as I used to, though, on the old lives. That's the thing. Last time it sounded really crisp. Yeah, listen again. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds good. You don't hear as much as the room, that's for sure, which is great. No, yeah, it wouldn't be clear there because I was doing some playback. Yeah. Technical difficulties, it happens. Not to everyone else, apparently just to me. I like to request the Grifter song. I didn't want to play it because I don't want to request your guys' money. Invoice this for the lack of dead air, guys. I will play it though. I will play the Grifter song for you.
Toss a coin to your
We're gonna turn it down a little bit though.
Big John needs to pay his bills. Big John needs to pay his bills. Oh,
Which is also another great thing because I could just drop it, come back. Hello, how are you? And keep it going. Before I'd had to stop it.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits. Now, if I could figure out the issues to the problems, the benefits of this is going to outweigh going back to the old software. Sounds like a booth? What sounds like my mic? I hope so.
Big John needs to pay his bills. Big John needs to pay his bills. Oh, toss a coin to your grifter. Big John needs to pay his bills.
Anybody watch the new Dune 3 trailer?
It's pretty great.
Pretty cool.
Does the new audio gate work with the old system? It will if I route through both. So if I send this chain to the old audio system and then the old system into you guys, it'll work. But that's redundant. I'm using two systems at that point. There's a new Doom game coming out. I never played the Doom games. I just went back to yesterday's live. I never noticed how crisp it was. It's crisper, right? Okay, hold on. Is yesterday's live crisper than it is right now? That's my question for you. I think it is. We might have to go back to the old system. Yes, you said yes. He said this person said, hold on. Where was no, you weren't the one. Hold on. It was a bit. It was a bit. By a hair though. Just a hair. Just a hair. I put so much work into this. Yesterday's live wasn't crisper. It was a law made it, just made it more sound like it was. You think today is better than yesterday. Don't mess with me, guys. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Let me have a quick look here. There's one little thing that might change this. Let's crank this up to like half and half. All right, how's that? Because there's this little thing that apparently will add to the crispiness. This little VST I downloaded. How's it now? It just made me louder. Yeah, that's fine. I could turn me down. There we go. So now I turn myself down a bit. How's it now for like, is it crispier? You think it's perfect. I'm focusing on the people who were here yesterday. focusing on the people who are yesterday. Is it just as crispy as it was? This has turned into technical live stream. No echo. That's good. It's too quiet now. We're too quiet. Okay, let me turn it up. Turn it up. There we go. No, that's too much. So about right here should be, yeah, right there is where we should be. Yeah, that did make it crispier. Okay, is it just as crispy as yesterday's live? We want to get it just where it was, if not better. If not better. That's the ultimate question. Let's have a quick list 10. You think it sounds just as good as yesterday now? That sounds good to you. You're only using one headset these days. All right, there's one thing I think I ought to change is the voice. I think I should turn it down a little bit, somewhere in between where it was last time and this one. So like right, probably about there. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this, folks. We're gonna get this. We're not interested if it sounds good. We want it to sound great because we used to sound great. So we want to sound perfect. We want to sound perfect. That's not bad. I still don't think it sounds as good as it used to, though. Abby, what do you think?
Can't tell anymore.
Can't tell anymore. Maybe it's a grass on the other side thing. You sound great, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Perfect. If you want audio advice, I'm not your guy. It sounds good to me. All you have to do is listen to yesterday's live and listen to today's and tell me which one sounds better. That's all you got to do. That's it. That's all you got to do, and we'll go. We'll get it from there. We'll get it from there. Yeah, that's. I could see that Abby's gotten bored.
This is not my vibe.
No, I'll report back in the Discord. All we got is work. Better than earlier, but still not quite there. Still not quite there. What are we missing? What are we missing? That's the question. You sound great on my premium speakers song listening sesh. No. Bro, you're overthinking it. It's getting annoying now. Well, you move on. We're not getting any guests. Come up. This is a technical issue, not live now. Only AI cancellation noise is something interrupting Abby's station.
Oh. It thinks I'm background noise?
You can hear her background noise now? Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. You love troubleshooting? You're one of the few people. I hate it. With a passion. An absolute passion. With an absolute freaking passion, man. I'm betting any money I'm probably going to end up going back to the old freaking system. Betting any money. Let's turn that down a bit. Okay. How's that? How's that, ladies and gentlemen? Did I get some sleep? Not much last night, no. Timestamp live got boring, Abby. I see that.
You're not wrong.
You seem louder in the stream the day before yesterday, but not better. I'm listening on the phone, though. Well, I can always turn myself up, right? That's the thing. I can always just do that. Now I'm really loud. That doesn't mean we're better. We want crisp, loud, good balance. The sound feels a touch diluted, if that makes any sense. Turn the level up. I think the sound's very good. Trust me, you sound good coming from another Christian. I want to sound just as good as we used to. That's the issue. All right, I'm going to end the TikTok and I'm just going to do tech. Oh, no, I need to keep TikTok going. This is now a technical issue podcast. Let's do a quick prayer. Our Father who's in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us of our debts as we also forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Lord, you are good. We are not. Help us fix these issues in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Abby, you can go do something. We'll leave in late.
30. Well, it said it was at 5.
Is it at 5 or 5:30?
I don't remember. You're the one that goes.
And anybody who's watching for the show, leave.
This is no longer for you.
This is no longer. This is now a technical problem show, where we're going to try to fix the issues from before. Where we're going to try to fix some issues and see if we can. The first issue we got to try to fix is we got to try to fix getting callers on TikTok, if we can do that. So if there's anybody who wants to come up on TikTok, that'd be great. That'd be great. And we could try to fix that. Have fun with stream. See you guys. Thanks for the support. Again, yeah, you could say if you want. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yo.
You sound really good. You sound amazing, bro. Super clear.
You don't, though.
I don't have my headphone in at work, but you sound really good, man.
Okay. Chat, can you hear him? TikTok chat specifically.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got Bluetooth and that's pretty crappy. So
No, you can't hear him. YouTube, can you hear him? Yeah, you guys can hear him. Perfect. So the only issue is TikTok can't hear you. And so how do we solve that issue? That's the question. So, It's going to be a lot of. I could share my screen, I guess.
Well, I
Go
have
ahead and
that
show
on
you what I'm doing.
I have one red bar too, so that might be a reason why it sounds pretty choppy on my end, not yours. Maybe I'll just drop down and get somebody else up here that has a better mic.
Sure.
Yeah, man, have a good one. But I like your lives, dude. They're amazing. You know, I was
Thanks,
as
man.
good as you at debating. I saw. Yeah, man.
Okay. So here's what I'm looking at, guys. This is what I'm looking at. So this is me and Abby, the signal from our microphones. This is where it's being sent, right? So we're being sent for TikTok. Here's the TikTok channel. This is what they get. They get everything but themselves, so they don't have the feedback. But then the chat, for some reason, can't hear them. So that means the chat is getting the signal in TikTok. But here's the thing: there's no other option or a thing to change here. Like there's just nothing to change and add to that on what's going on. It makes zero sense. Makes zero sense because we can't, like, even if everything was set up normal, like they should hear their own voices. Yo.
Hey, John, God bless. I am
God
a
bless.
Christian trying to troubleshoot. I don't know the technical way how to fix it, but the input I would give is it sounds really crisp and high in treble, but I would tune around with like the mid range or even just like the low level because your voice before you adjusted it was like very heavy. It was like very heavy on the ear as far as bass. It was clear though, like all throughout the whole time it's been very clear, but as far as like the bass level, I would get that tune and then obviously the volume afterwards.
Just the bass level?
Yeah, I was asking like if you had like an EQ
There,
setting
how's
at
that?
all. Sounds like you took more mid out.
I did.
Yeah, you got to put some more in right
You
now.
want more mid in?
A little bit more, yes. Not too much.
Okay, how's that?
Keep going. Maybe like five more levels.
How about there?
Little bit more.
More. You want me to pump it?
Maybe. Because it
Okay,
still
how's
just
that?
sounds very trebly. That sounds good.
Trebly?
Yeah, just like very high end, like high end treble. But it sounds good now.
Hold on.
Oh, wait, what happened?
Yeah, that does sound better.
Mm-hmm.
We just took too much of the treble out. Move some of the bass, I guess.
The bass probably, yeah, because
Keep the
it's very
warmth.
punchy.
Okay, how's that, chat? How's that? Are we just as good as the old streams? Yeah, I know you guys can't hear him yet. He's helping me EQ my levels. My levels. You'd say yes. Okay. Sounds pretty crisp. Awesome. Okay, so we just pulled out too much of the mid range. I want to put this maybe back, pull this back to 3.
Could you have the master volume up for your volume?
I'm too quiet?
Yeah, I got you at full volume. I don't know if it's just me on panel though, or if chat can hear you like at a louder volume, but I can't hear you too much.
W for caller. Chat, am I too quiet? It could be the fact that he just joined in. It just drops it down. TikTok does do that. So if I pump it up for everyone, because right now when I'm looking at my VUs, I'm hitting -5, which is exactly what we should be hitting. Let me just go about there. That's bringing me to like a -3. So how's that?
That's solid. That's a solid volume right there. I wouldn't even touch it.
Okay, so 60%. Okay, so that should probably help with our EQ. The only thing that I can maybe do is, that's pretty good too. Could leave that. Leave the trim. Subjective EQ for earbuds, phone, or real speakers are very different. Yeah, that's where we need something solid. We don't want to go fine. We want to go perfect, guys. We want a perfect EQ. We want a perfect level, and we also want to be able to make sure the guests can hear what's going on. That's the main issue that's going on right now. So if I click this, you're going to hear yourself.
All right, I'd preference this too. I'm using like earbuds too. It sounds good with my voice though. Testing.
Can you hear yourself?
Yes.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
Oh, okay.
YT audio is normal level, not normal quality. You sound great. Okay, good. For podcast EQ, we need a mid-low boost. I don't know if I agree with that. I think we got a good EQ now here. Let me just have a quick listen to myself. Yeah, that sounds great. It took out that rumble. That was perfect. Yeah, good ear. It's so hard because I can't hear myself when doing the EQ. I have to just go off what I know in the past. So that's great. Yeah, I think that sounds, if not better than it did before. Now we just got to solve the issue of getting the chat to be able to hear you guys. And so how do we do that? Because here's everything it shows me, guys. It's not much. There's audio monitoring, but that's use headphones to hear how you sound to your viewers. So I can I'm gonna hear myself. Yeah, that's crazy. The noise suppression, audio effects, ducking, or we don't want ducking on because we're gonna do that ourselves. And then echo cancellation, we're gonna do that ourselves, so we could turn that off. So that's what you guys get. Speaker. Wonder if I turn this on. Say something.
Something.
Chat, can you hear him?
Blah, blah,
TikTok
blah,
chat
blah.
specifically.
Blah blah blah. Something. Blah blah blah. Type in chat what I'm saying. Blah blah blah. Something.
No. Okay, let's try this. All right. Blah 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 again.
Blah 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 blah. Something. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah.
Appreciate the help, by the way. Don't feel like you have to stick around. There's others willing if you need to go.
I'm an Amazon delivery scuba diver, so I got all the time in the world right now.
Awesome. They still cannot hear you. No. Because there used to be a specific output in the settings for TikTok that you could add directly only for what the chat heard back onto themselves. And that setting is now vanished. It's just gone. Which sucks because it was there yesterday when I tested everything. This one, settings.
Now I'm also a big guy for like audio because I'm doing a lot of walking around and like in different elements. So the better the sound, the better I can like focus and actually, hear the arguments and stuff. So really wouldn't mind doing this.
Okay. Monitoring device. Monitor audio plays through this speaker. Use your headset to prevent echoes. Yep. Okay. Select speaker. Choose the speaker to play the sounds of other creators or guests.
Sounds like it.
So. You want to say something? Can you hear yourself? Okay, hold on. Can you still hear yourself? Okay, chat can. Yeah, well, they could hear you while you could hear yourself. Now let's see if chat can still hear you. Chat, can you hear him? Hold on. Oh, okay, but you can't hear yourself? Great. Okay. All right. Now, YouTube, you cannot hear him, right? No. Great. Okay. Now you should be able to hear him.
Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Stop ordering Amazon packages in the summer. That's all. That's my quick, rant. Hot out here.
Okay. Now, all right. So now see, that doesn't make any sense at all. Because now I'm sending the exact same thing that I was sending through this, but you can hear yourself. So let's select speaker. So my monitoring device, this is what I hear. And then this is choose a speaker and play sounds of other creators and guests. Well, that fixed the issue of that. Now I just got to fix other issues. So
maybe do you
probably
have to
remove
mute
this
it on your end, like on your studio, and you share the audio, so at least I don't hear myself.
Well, you in the system.
Yeah, like in your settings, not TikTok.
Well, you can't hear yourself for now, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So advanced settings has to be on the default. Okay. So that's just some TikTok issue. Hide live studio from display capture, restrict accounts, moderate from chat, record.
They said they can hear, but it's low. They can hear both, but sound is low.
The sound is low? Hold on. Let's see if this even turns him up. Say something?
Blah, 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 blah. Something. Blah, 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 blah. For chat reference, I am speaking low. So
one person says it's not low. There's another person is saying it's low.
Okay. Yeah, one guy said it is. Sound is not low.
It's not low. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to where that was.
Do I sound crisp?
Okay. So that's just the one person's issue. Okay. So system. Now here's the issue. Having the system for OBS means you guys are gonna hear back things like your own stuff. So I gotta create a new channel. So as soon as I saw this, we're gonna remove this. We're gonna call this just the aux channel, I guess. So the aux channel is just going to be what I hear. So this doesn't need to be sent to you, not to you, not to you. This is just for me so I can hear things like the super chats.
Okay, the guy that said it was low said it's balanced now.
Balanced now? Perfect. All right, so we go into here, audio, and then instead of sending for OBS. Wait. What did I? That's what you're getting. I need, okay, what I'm getting. All right, monitoring device. This goes to the new aux setting, apply. Okay, that means if I play this, hold on, let's go. No. I hate to ask. Does anybody want to send a $20 super? And we're going to see if it plays back on you guys and if I can hear it and if everyone else can hear it.
Is this Boomer or Tech?
All right. Thank you, sir. I heard it. It sound good. Chat, did you hear it? Did everyone hear it in the chat? And did it double up on itself?
It did not double up. It came through crystal clear for me.
Okay, I want to see if YouTube heard it double up. We heard it. Did it double up? No doubling. Okay, I think we resolved the issue. I think I think we resolved all our issues, which means we don't have to go back to the old software, which is great. Oh, another one.
Sure, man. Keep up the good work.
Perfect. All right, now let's make sure that you guys, if I play a song.
Toss a coin to
Good. Yep, that goes into there, and then all we need to do now is change our soundboard, and I think we've resolved all our issues. This is the annoying part because I got to go into here because it's in there. I need to switch this to see how many freaking channels I got here, ladies and gentlemen. See what I've been dealing with. Switch that. Now, if I click this, you guys should hear it.
Nice.
I got to do it for each individual one. Appreciate everyone being patient and helping with this. Unfortunately, it's impossible to figure out without going live because you can't hear what's going on. These systems are not set up for it. Got to go through each and individual one. You heard the eat. Excellent. Do 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 do. I 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 da 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 da. I da di 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 di. I da 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 da. Okay, all these should work now. Okay. I'm just trying to think here, make sure we got everything we need. We got their aux channel. That's for video, Chrome video, songs. So they could hear each other. Now the issue is the system. If I play a video for myself, yeah, you got OBS will hear it, which is great. TikTok won't be able to hear if I play a video. Oh no, actually, if I click that, then yeah, you're going to hear yourself. Oh, let me try. You want to talk, see if you can hear yourself?
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. I do hear myself.
Yeah, okay. So we just have the issue if I play anything on YouTube, TikTok won't be able to hear it unless I create. Can I create a new channel? Maybe Chrome itself? No, I'm all out of channels. I don't need this Bluetooth. It can get lost. Oh, well, great. Now it's just not adding new channels. I'll have to fix that one later. Okay, guys, I think that's it. I think we resolved the issues. I think we resolved all the issues, which is awesome. We shall see though.
And W Chill Live.
Okay. What's running in the wallpaper? Because I got an OLED monitor, I have moving wallpaper to make sure that that we don't get burning as much as possible. As much as possible. That's the ultimate goal. Okay. I'm just trying to think right now before we end it to make sure we have everything.
Could I make a simple, humble request
Yep.
to the
Yep.
board?
Yep.
Could you just get the Baba Booey sound clip?
Baba Booey? When would I use it?
It doesn't even have to be a thing. It's just like a random like dead air filler.
Baba Booey. I could just say it. Yeah, I could probably find it somewhere. That's a fair enough request for all the help that you've given.
Hey man, appreciate it.
That's a fair enough request. I don't see why not. Baba Booey.
You have a really W like time saver with the That's gold. Don't ever change with that.
Just taking a census poll. How many people here? You're incapable of critical thought from non-believers every time you get a discussion. Yeah, it's very common. All right, man. I appreciate you. God bless.
Alrighty. God bless. And God bless chat.
Well, we resolved the issues. Again, I apologize for everyone who we had issues at all in the first place. I think I'm just going to do another quick list 10 as soon as I see this screen switch to hear how myself sounds. You guys are going to get a bit more feedback, but we're going to see what happens. La 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 la. Again, I apologize for everyone who we had issues at all in the first place. I think I'm just going to do another quick list 10 as soon as I see this screen switch to hear how myself sounds. You guys are going to get a bit more feedback, but we're going to see what happens. La 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 la. Again, I apologize. I don't think it sounds as good as the old setup, but I'm not switching back now. And that voice isolation is kind of worth it. The fact that you guys can't hear that, which is great. I think it's worth keeping it just because of that, the voice isolation. That way, the background noise. How's John doing ventriloquism? Yeah, you wish you knew, bro. You wish you knew. You can make a big. Oh yeah, this one's yours. Visual Dawn made this background, by the way, guys. If you guys didn't know. Which is like always blew my mind that you made this and I just so happen to use it and then you just so happen to follow me. But yeah, if you want to make me a custom one, that'd be great. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Yeah, I like them. I like them. So if you guys want to see it, that's such a wild thing that happened. And that it's like, oh yeah, I got backgrounds, and it's like, hey, I made those backgrounds. I made those backgrounds. We can hear that, the knocking on, you heard it. You heard the knocking on the desk. So it's not even like working then. Do I want to cross on it? Nah. Maybe, I don't know. Nothing cheesy. I don't like cheesy things. I like Christian things, but you guys did hear it loud and clear. So is that just not working now? My goodness gracious. My goodness gracious. Now we got to go back and alter that again. Wonder if we move this up the chain. Make sure it's the first thing in the chain. Okay, if we go like here, and I go, how's that? Alter that again. Wonder if we move this up the chain. Make sure it's the first thing in the chain. Okay, if we go like here, and I go, how's that? I made my voice bassier though. It's not. It's like you could barely hear it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll figure it out. When I go listen to it later, I'll be able to make up my mind. Okay. With that being said, guys, God bless. We'll see you all next time.